to cut everybody off. Like that.
But I told you, I don't think I'll fight. That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a joke.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? I'm trying to figure out why. What's it gonna do after that? For some reason. Oh, I guess are we live on Instagram? Is it showing up?
Can remember last time we didn't get the IG notification until damn 10:45. Nope, I just got it. We good.
We up? Okay.
I just
All
got
right.
it.
I just wanted to make sure because for some reason it be acting up. All right. What's going on, folks? What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
What's happening?
Lovely crew. What's going on?
You feel me?
What's up, Kiana? What's going on?
So, Kiana.
Oh,
What
how's
up,
everybody
Key?
evening going?
Tired,
I just ate 2 crab legs.
Tired.
tired.
I got some
Okay,
heat.
man. It's okay, man. It's okay. So, whew. I like this. I like we doing new movies. You know, ain't nothing like the old ones, but I'm glad we're doing something new that's not on Tubi.
Ha ha ha.
I'm just saying. What's up, JJ?
What up, Jay?
But we got Ken coming in a little later, but we're gonna go ahead and introduce the show. What's up, everybody? We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I'm your host Rashad, along with the crew.
Hey, man. Say, man. This your boy Duke, your favorite fat person.
You already know who it is. It's Mika G, the first lady.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka Moneybag Mo. Sidebar. My boss yelled at me today for no reason. He said, Mo, you got to be the worst train conductor I've ever hired for this company. How many trains do you think have derailed on your watch in the last calendar year? I said, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't know. It's hard to keep track. Let's start the show.
That is a dad joke if I have ever heard one. What's up? What's up, pure pessimist? I'm not sure. Lawnmower Man. I'll get back to you.
Wait, are we talking? Wait. Are we talking about old school Lawnmower Man, or is this a brand new movie called?
I don't know.
Lawnmower Man?
It's apparently I remember seeing like the first Lawnmower Man, like the original Lawnmower Man.
What year did this movie come out?
The first one dropped in 1992.
Right. There's a new one.
There's a new Lawnmower Man on Tubi, or is it Lawnmower Man from 1992?
From what I'm seeing, it dropped last year, 2023, and
Really?
it's only on Prime Video.
It's a black movie.
Interesting.
We'll get back to you on that one.
in the immortal words of the water boy, the search continues.
We'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, so The Lift with Kevin Hart. So
My bad.
please don't start. I've been trying to get through the first 5 minutes of every show, and I just can't seem to do it.
My bad, bro. My bad.
God. So the way that I heard about this movie was because of Cat Williams. I honestly didn't know Kevin Hart had a movie coming out. I didn't know anything about it, but when Cat dropped his interview with Shannon, Kevin Hart responded with his new movie is dropping on Netflix called Lift. And he gave the little, the BS little rant that your publicist gives you to put out during a time like this. But yeah, it was let's talk about it.
I like the movie.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Mika, you know what? I can't gauge
with this movie.
I can't gauge where you are when it comes to movies.
There's nothing wrong with this movie. I mean, okay. Besides the fact that it was a little predictable, it was predictable, but I liked it.
There was a few things wrong with it. What's up, Chris? There was a few things for me, just for me. I mean, like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but no, Mika, I really can't gauge like where you sit with like movies, because it's like the movies that I get right to you, brother. I get right to you, but no, like I seriously can't gauge where you sit with like movies, man. Because like it's like this the stuff that we like you'll be good, and then it's like stuff that we don't like, you like. It's like hard. What's up, brother? What you got?
I go ahead, dude.
I said, oh shit, that's why he ain't answering. Let me.
Nobody saw this.
Yeah,
nobody.
I ain't see this one, bro. I ain't see this one. You gotta turn it. You gotta turn it so I can see it.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm with Mika. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was Kevin Hart. If you put somebody else there,
yeah.
But no, I agree with you. Like I said, I thought it had like certain parts that he could work with, but I felt like they spent more time on Kevin Hart in this love story that you didn't buy versus focusing on the characters, because they had like some pretty interesting like characters and like they had pretty interesting actors, but it's like they spent the whole time focusing on Kevin Hart in this love story, and I was like,
the love story was confusing too.
Why?
Do y'all hate each other, or?
But they only they only dated for a week.
Like, look,
that wasn't dating. That was a fling.
I clapped your cheeks for a whole week. Nope, it wasn't a week. It was 5 days.
Like what?
It was a business week.
It had to be.
Monday through Friday.
This is one of those movies where I feel like you have to separate Kevin Hart from the role he plays in this movie, because there's a lot of times where you get these comedians who
want to play the straight.
Their whole career is based off of being funny, making somebody laugh. So then when you get a Jim Carrey who does Number 23, no comedy at all, and you get regardless to how you feel about the movie, when Adam Sandler did Click, where he did something that was more pull on your emotion strings a little bit more than make you laugh. It's like you're so used to seeing these people be funny, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch a movie where there's just like you're not gonna be funny at all, or minimum. Like, you really got to separate the comedian from the character. Yes, sir.
Now, I will say I agree with you to a point, but I will give you some pushback, because if you think about something like Beverly Hills Cop,
Axel Foley,
while yes, it has a serious tone, Eddie Murphy is still fun. I think like that's what happened with this movie with Kevin Hart. It was that if he would have been like funny Kevin Hart, it probably would have been a little better. But it was just like you really didn't believe him in the situation. Like, he was just like, Kevin Hart.
The fight scene.
Oh yeah, bro. He's there, yeah, bro. I never believe, like, when he
no, I mean, like from the jump of the movie, like from the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
I was like, I do not believe that you are a bank heist. You're not a thief.
That you're a
Like,
professional
I don't
thief.
believe this.
And why
I
are
don't
we
believe
talking
this
about
at all.
NFTs? Like, why are we talking about NFTs? Like, why NFTs are not real?
I think this movie was supposed to come out like during COVID.
It had to be. It had to be. Like, if you look at the script, it had to be.
Yeah.
Now
I think
will
it's supposed to come out during COVID.
I will say one of the dumbest things in this movie was the boat chase. For multiple reasons. How she kept getting on different boats that like,
she had a jetpack on.
Something.
And like I said in the group chat, if Kevin Hart looks over his shoulder and smirks,
he kept looking back
one more time.
What are you looking for?
He did it like 9 times.
Nah, that's like him looking back at his ex, like, yeah.
You see
my boat's faster.
You
than
see
yours.
me,
You
my
see
boat
me out here.
fast.
You see me out here in my suit on this boat.
So
they can stop on a dime.
Hello, that was brother. I have never seen a boat hook slide in the middle of the water
and stop.
Didn't smash into the wall at all. Just
no.
You were supposed to crash.
Didn't
like
even
a car.
Bump into it.
No, it stopped like a car. Like it was like
even bump into it. I was like,
and she was mad. I'm like, that's some rough ass water. If you can't
gotta
slide across water,
like,
what's going on?
It gotta be.
What's going on? I said, oh, we got one. It's one of them.
I will say, like, the one I can't think of the character's name. The white guy. He seemed a little quirky.
What did he
do? This one right here?
Yeah.
This one right here?
He was my favorite character.
He was my favorite.
Everybody.
Magnus.
But he was the character that I thought Kevin Hart would be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really thought that he would be that character that, you know, that brought those moments where, you know what I'm saying, like, it's unexpected comedy. You know, and that's what it was. Like, because honestly, the movie in certain instances was dry. And it just needed that comedic relief, and he brought it. Because like he was one of the most memorable characters for me. Him and the girl that did the planes. Everybody else was like kind of generic. Camilla. Like Vincent. Go ahead, get it out. Go ahead, get it off. Go ahead, get it off.
Hey Shay, what's up, beautiful?
I had to let it get it out, brother.
Okay, thank you.
I had to let it get it out, but
thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah. But even like characters like Vincent D'Onofrio, bro, who's like a really dope actor. You know what I'm saying? Like played the Kingpin, he was dope. When he was on on Criminal Minds, amazing. Like one of the only reasons why I like the show, like because he would just sit there and like break down a case in like an autistic type of way, but it was like it brought you in because it's like everybody looked at him and you were like, what is this guy talking about? And he just solves the whole crime. And it's like, why didn't he bring that? My bad. Go ahead, get it off. Go ahead, get your stuff off.
Hey Chrissy,
you good now?
Yep.
You all right?
Okay, so I agree with what you just said because his comedic timing was off in this movie. Like it was, I get it, you were trying to be funny, but like we don't know you for that. You know what I'm saying? We know you for being, you know what I'm saying, what you are. You know, he didn't do his character didn't do it for me. Like his character didn't do it for me. I was like, you could have left him off the heist. And the other guy that didn't do it for me either was Luke.
Which one was Luke? Point to him in the picture.
This guy.
The one who, gorgeous.
The one who bailed at the last second but didn't bail. He did a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That was the predictable. That was the predictable part. It was like, hey, did anybody make sure? Hold on, I gotta do my thing like this. Hey, did anybody make sure Lou got on the plane?
Right. They gonna try to act like he was just, he didn't want to go.
He was like, sorry, boss, can't do it. Knew right there.
Yes, sir. You right.
Real quick. Everybody make the face that Ken's making right now.
So that's I'm here so I don't get fined because I'm high on medicine and my back hurt. So I'm here just because I'm fucking here.
Stop eating
People like
mutton,
it.
brother. Just stop.
And,
Stop.
It's taking your body too long to digest it, my nigga.
You can't get the number 4 on the mutton meal. It ain't good for you.
To all of the 11 people in the chat, appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Absolutely. Every single day.
So real quick,
So,
the movie, if you haven't seen it yet, the movie is about Kevin Hart, who plays a character named Cyrus, and his team. They got this old Fast and Furious ass team where they are professional thieves.
Can I just say Cyrus is a dumb name for him? I think that's what it was too. I'm not calling you Cyrus. Okay.
It didn't fit him. It didn't fit him at all.
It's just like
your name should have been
something. I don't know. Yeah, something. He didn't even look like a Cyrus. But go ahead, Mo. My apologies.
So the movie is about Cyrus and his gang of misfits who are professional thieves who steal art from people who they feel are not deserving of it. Put it on the black market for people to bid on it, and then sell the art for millions of dollars after they steal it and split the money. Mm-hmm. His ex-girlfriend works for the FBI.
Interpol.
The FBI Interpol now has this mission on the table where, as much as they don't want to, they send Cyrus's ex to go recruit his team to say, hey, we need you to help us do this job.
The crazy part about this movie is it was directed by F. Gary Gray.
No, it's not. It's not. You know why it's not crazy? Because he did Fast and the Furious. So it's not crazy. Let me tell you like this. Yeah.
I'm just saying we got classic movies out of this man, and he's giving us this boo boo.
He did, but he also did Fast and the Furious.
I mean, but this movie was still good. I ain't gonna hold
Get up, he said, man, it ain't even wet over there.
So this is the issue. Also, I had with the movie. So they had just had $100 million or something like that, and it was just like, why are y'all stealing stuff again? Like not before the other heist, the NFT or something like that. They had like it was something like 100 mil or 200 mil or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why are y'all still working?
I got money to blow.
Ain't that when y'all should take a break? Like, I mean, it was just I don't know.
I think after the heist that the NFT heist, they were laying low, and that's why she came. Like his girlfriend came to him, Abby. She came to him and was like, you know what I'm saying? Don't you want to stop looking over your shoulder? You don't you want to walk around in public and everything, your whole record, all y'all records gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a mama, they got a sick mother they got to take care of. Somebody ain't seen their kids in a while, which is wild. But
right. But that's what I'm saying about character development. Like, why didn't we spend more time on them?
Yeah, like call the house and be like, hey, can I speak to the kids real quick? Hell no, you can't speak to the kid. Click.
Right. But it was just like we just talked about it. It was like, oh, okay, y'all ain't got to worry about it. But focus on this love story. Boom.
I think I think the whole point of her telling him that was not only to get sympathy from him, but right. also to get sympathy from the audience, so that you actually root for them. Be like, yeah, we want your records clean.
I didn't care. I ain't see no kid. I don't care.
Like at the end, like when they was all celebrating, they should like show like Buddy going home to his kids, old girl going home to her mama.
Anything, there was zero type of character development for the other characters, which is why I said like the fact that I can't even remember a dude's name, but he was like one of the standout ones for me, and it was because he had those moments where you thought Kevin Hart would take it, but he did it. Like
Magnus, his name is
Magnus. So when he was fighting the dude at the like when they crashed the airplane or whatever.
Oh, he was fighting him in the ice,
like,
in the
snow.
Was
fighting it, yeah. So that to me was like, I was like, oh my God, this is, what I'm saying, this is kind of funny. But then it was like you flash back to Kevin Hart and he's like flat. And it's like,
you gonna shoot me? Yes.
Yeah, like, brother,
yes, I'm gonna shoot you.
Like, are you doing like one of them clips from your stand-ups? It's just like, brother, just be funny, just be you. Like, and it's like, I think this is the first time I ever wanted Kevin Hart to be Kevin Hart.
Facts.
That says a lot.
Like, because it was just like, bro, I'm not feeling your character. Like everybody else is carrying the movie, and you're like, you're here.
All right, we're gonna go over the plan. This don't even sound like you.
Like,
sound like you.
Shut up.
And I said to myself, you put your hands in your pocket one more time.
Oh.
Every time this motherfucker talk, he got his hands in his pocket. Take your hand out of pocket.
So I take that y'all didn't like his character.
No.
I mean, like I said,
There was
you
room
wasn't here
for
when I said it.
improvement.
Yeah, it was room. It definitely could have
like
been
his
a comedy action movie, and
Right.
Kevin Hart could have been himself. You know what I'm saying? But I truly just didn't believe him as a thief.
And
You know what
Cyrus
he
is a
did?
dumb name.
You know he did better than in this movie. Did you see that
I kinda
stand
like-
up
I
where
like
he
that.
has like the little mini movie?
Yeah, with
Yes.
Taraji, where
That
Taraji
was
is at the
good.
bank. Like that was funny.
That
Like, he was
good.
like, "Dang, girl, you fine? Let me stand up real quick." Like it's like that's what you expect from him, and then he gives this, and it's like, bro, I don't believe you.
What
I
you
mean,
think?
but it's like you said about Axel Foley. Like,
I like
even though his character wasn't meant to be funny, he still left wiggle room for
funny.
for comedic impact on the movie. So it's like, Kevin, you're trying so hard to be Cyrus, and you're not leaving any wiggle room for you to be funny a little bit at all.
He wants to be an action star.
Because the banter between him and Abby, that was a perfect time to throw in some comedy. Like perfect. But you kept saying like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Raise your hand, Ken.
During the, you gotta raise your hand.
Ken is disturbed right now.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
not
you guys
disturbed because I actually liked him in this movie. I actually think he did a damn good job because it's like if you would have added some comedic shit, it would have been, oh, here we go with the same old Kevin Hart stuff. But if you would have did too much, start whooping everybody's ass, then it would have been like, I think he had the
But he
perfect
did
balance
that.
of, but I mean he defended himself, but he didn't like really like. You see, he was still getting his ass whooped, so he like he wasn't like he was like a super ninja who was whooping people's ass. Like he was just doing what he had to do, but he did his thing. Like I think it was the perfect balance because he had a little bit of funny shots in there, but he wasn't too funny. He wasn't like funny like haha that goofy shit that we always see from him in Ride Along and the rest of the movies that he tries to be a little bit serious, but he hasn't. But then
Well,
it wasn't
I'm not saying
too
be a
much.
short
It wasn't
man.
too much, but it wasn't too much action. He didn't give us too much of this action hero star. He had like I think he had like a perfect balance of like listen, because he had like this. I'm smart. I can handle this stuff, and then boom, let's go get to the money. I don't think he did too much. I think it was the perfect balance. Go ahead, G.
Okay, so what was your memorable moment from him?
Memorable moment. So, okay, let me see the memorable moment. Went to the thing, went to the bus stop. Memorable moment we was on the bench talking to old boy. He was on the plane. Even when he had time to be goofy. Well, I'm saying, like, you talking about memorable moments, but
This
like,
nigga said he was on the plane.
No, he was on the
was
plane.
on the
Like, what I'm saying is, I'm too hot for this. When he was in the plane, he had moments to where he could have thrown in some goofy shit, but he didn't.
That's not
And
what
I
I'm
agree.
asking. What I'm saying is,
Well, I'm saying it ain't. I mean, it's hard to say memorable moments because I'm not saying it sound like the man put on the fucking Oscar award performance.
I'm
I'm
not
just saying
saying
as
you
far
have
as
to
his
do that.
character.
What I'm saying is, because like I told you, like my memorable moment for old boy was when he was on the airplane scene when they were on the ground fighting in the ice. Like that for me was like a memorable moment where it's like it stood out. Like he stood out from the rest of the people in the movie.
My memorable moment was he was tweaking off coffee. When he was explaining stuff and he was like he's had too much coffee. Like that was my memorable moment of Magnus.
Oh man, that's what Magnus was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying Kevin Hart was terrible. He just wasn't good. Like he wasn't good as that character. Like I don't know if he was trying. So this is what happens a lot of times when you have comedians try to play the straight man. Like I don't know if you ever seen like in Blue Street with Martin.
Yes.
So like the comedy was spread out, but it was like when he had those serious moments, it was like, bro, I don't really care. Like just get back to funny. But it's like when he did it, it didn't matter because you already had moments in your head when he was like, when he was sitting there with Dave Chappelle, they were like, "Yeah, I bet blah." It's like,
But see, because that was a comedy though, like that was a comedy. So the memorable moments was supposed to be memorable because it was Blue Stick was considered a comedy. So if it was supposed to be,
not necessarily. It's an
I
action.
mean,
This
come on,
movie,
man. If this man's dressing up dancing with pizza, that's a goddamn comedy, bro. Like,
but this
that's a
movie is
comedy,
labeled
dude.
as a heist comedy film. So if
Okay.
it's a heist comedy film, Kevin Hart was not that funny in this film.
This movie's
Magnus
labeled a
too.
comedy.
is labeled
Oh,
a
then-
heist
labeled
comedy.
then-
It's a
then,
heist
okay.
comedy.
Well, if that's what it's labeled. The shit wasn't funny. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I didn't realize the label like that. I just thought it
No,
was just a movie.
the funniest, in my opinion, the funniest thing
but-
that Kevin Hart said in this movie was when Buddy was like, "Wait, did y'all kidnap me?" And he was like, "Do you feel kidnapped?" And he was like, "Technically, since you say it out loud like that, no, actually, I mean, we chilling."
He was sarcastic. It was almost
So
like
he was like, "All right, bet, let's
sarcastic,
get on this
but-
yacht, let's pop bottles, let's celebrate this 89 million that we just sold this 420 camera mask for."
Yeah,
NFT.
I think it was just a perfect
And
balance.
they only
of not
gave him
him
20
being
million
too
today.
funny.
You're
Because
right.
I feel like if it would
Pay
have
me
did
my
too
money.
much, if it would have did
What's up,
too
Dre?
much of the
What up,
the
Dre?
comedy,
So Dre,
it would have been the same
But
goofy
see,
stuff they were used to.
I'm
So
not
it's
saying
kinda
you got to do too much. What I'm saying is, like, put it in where it fits in. Like, like, okay, like, comedy is subjective, but also comedy can move a movie along in certain parts where it needs it. So it's like where you don't have that dry, like where that dry humor is. So, like, for instance, like when Beverly Hills Cop 1, right? So Eddie Murphy is talking to Taggart and Billy, right?
Mhm.
He said some to Taggart. Taggart punched him in the stomach. So it's supposed to be a serious moment, but then Eddie Murphy comes out, makes it like he says something slick in a comical way, and it moves the movie along. If he would have tried to be more serious in that tone, it falls flat. And the scene, it doesn't have that much impact. He was like, nice punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
There were spots in the movie where Kevin Hart didn't have to be Cyrus. He could have been Kevin.
Would y'all have accepted that from Kevin? If Kevin would have done it in the movie, would it not been the same stuff like, oh, he messed up because he was being Kevin Hart?
Okay, Ken.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the difference.
Like
Here's the difference. In a comedy movie where Kevin Hart is supposed to be funny, sometimes he can overdo it, and it's like you're already funny, so you don't have to try to be funny. Like you're
like
you just
you
just being you is funny. That's like if somebody put Mo in a movie and say, Mo, we need you to add comedic value to this movie. You four would be the first ones to tell me, Mo, you're naturally a funny guy. You're overdoing this shit. You're trying too hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not what we're asking Kevin to do in this movie. He has a character who isn't necessarily the funny guy, but he still could have real slick, like curveball, some little comedic anecdotes,
even like some jabs
here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just some quick little jabs. You feel me?
Especially at his quote unquote love interest, like that right.
Stupid.
Their interactions, their interaction every time was a point
dry.
for him to. You're right. It was really dry. Like it was like, okay, I really truly don't believe that y'all two was together, because like it go like he could have just been like that ex that cracked jokes about what happened. Like you weren't saying that when your legs was behind your ears.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. He didn't say nothing like that to her. He was like, yeah, so you mean like during those 5 nice movies together?
Yeah. I mean, he had a few of them, but I think the one white guy, well, I don't remember what the white guy's name was. The one who was always happy.
Magnus.
I like Magnus. Magnus was funny.
Everybody fucks with Magnus.
You know what I'm saying?
Magnus was tweaking the whole movie.
But I don't know if you heard like before I got on.
Magnus was high.
You got on. Like I don't know if you heard like before you got on, but I was saying like I feel like the movie suffered from lack of character development from the side characters. So like if you ever seen like I don't know if you watched Well, I know everybody has probably watched. What's the Denzel Heist movie? Inside Man.
Inside Man.
So, perfect way of developing the characters on the side that you actually cared about. Like, so you really cared about what was going on with Denzel at home. You really cared about this man that was trapped in his bank trying to find his ring, this Holocaust ring. And it was like different characters just spending certain time. Like, it doesn't take that much for character development, to be honest, especially when you have a lot of characters. 5 minutes. So you mention somebody's son, like show a clip of, okay, hey, show them calling up. They, like Mika said, hey, can I speak to my son? Like, no, you can't speak to nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, towards the end, when everything's get worked out and he finally gets to see his son, like, it makes that payoff even more. But it was just mentioning it, like, bro, I don't care. Like, all right, hey, my grandma got cancer. Okay, sorry. But it's like, if you see like them going to visit their grandma before, like they go on this heist, hey, I don't know if I'm coming back. It's a lot of things like writing 101. Like, you always want to develop your character. So it's like, if you say like, oh, my grandmother has cancer. So before this heist, I'm going to my grandma. Hey, grandma, listen, I don't know if I'm gonna make it back, but I just want to know that I love you. I'm supporting, like all this. I just want to see you before I go. Then at the end, heist pays off. He gets the money he needs, pays for his grandma's surgery, all this other stuff. It just makes more of a payoff. You don't take a lot of time, but it shows character development.
Right.
This movie just didn't have that. Like, we like Magnus because he stood out because of his comedy. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know much about him. We just know he likes weird stuff.
Outside of that, the movie was pretty much all business.
And then there was like this fake love interest between two characters that didn't look like they was in the same room. But
no, I got tired of them bringing that shit up.
Y'all was not together.
Like, imagine having an ex that worked for the FBI.
Like, come on, brother.
That was kind of stupid.
And I'm the criminal and you the law enforcement and you trying to bring me down.
Right.
But it's that much more personal because we was in Paris for 5 days.
Like, I guess.
So the movie starts out, they do this whole.
You said something? You on mute.
My bad. I was saying, like, when did they find time? Like, so they hooked up for a week, and then the next day she went and became a cop.
They don't explain it. They don't explain it.
Because it sounded like she wasn't a cop when they hooked up, but then she became a cop after they hooked up. And why she was so hell bent on catching him is beyond me.
No, it was no chemistry. Like, you didn't even feel like she hated him.
Facts.
Like, it was like, I guess. Like, okay, Ken, you just watched The Brother Son, right?
Yeah.
So the guy that's the assassin and the girl that's the cop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she like tries him when he's on the phone, like, yo, I don't know who you are, stop calling my phone.
Right.
Like, you really took that personal.
Yeah.
Because they developed that love interest between the two. Like, you really bought that. And like, he snaps. So there's never that moment in here where you like, oh yeah, y'all was together.
But is there room for that? Like, I mean, I was like, honestly, like, is there like, I mean, I get like a little bit of here,
but don't put it in. That's the point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the little love interest, or I guess if that's what it was, because I personally don't think it was a love interest. I guess, but I mean, was there really room for that? Like, was this movie room for so much character development? It was like, boom, we got a heist.
That's the point.
We got the things. So,
don't put it in.
I mean, well, I guess it's so. Maybe it's just a different perspective. I thought the movie was about a heist. They did the heist. They planned the heist. They did the heist, and boom, movie over. So I guess the character development is different. Like, it was enjoyable, and I just think Kevin Hart's part, he didn't do bad. Now, I don't think it's one of his best serious acting roles, if he called it serious. But I just think he wasn't that terrible in it. Like, I thought going into it was gonna be corny. I thought he was gonna do some corny shit or say some corny shit. It was gonna be like, the one with Ice Cube all over again, where he was going to be this guy, he was going to be making little goofy ass jokes, and he was going to be irritated because that shit gets irritating. So to see this side of him was like, okay.
So if that's my thing, what you're saying, if he wants to do that, go fully into being the bad guy, go fully into being that jerk, that slick mouth person, go fully into that. you gotta choose.
He chose not to do that at all. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. He was the serious for. He was the.
He was serious.
Not serious.
I
but
just
he
didn't
wasn't,
buy it. I just didn't buy it.
I think this movie probably, if we were going to make these two quote unquote love interests, it should have happened naturally as they were planning the heist.
Correct.
Not on some we used to sleep with each other type
Where
thing.
you need another movie.
I agree with that.
Right.
I
So
agree with that.
I think if I was gonna believe, especially at the end when they kissed or whatever, I would have believed it more that they fell for each other while they were planning the heist together, because she's now spending time with him. She's starting to learn more about him. I mean, granted, you can't learn a lot about somebody in a week, but y'all could have left that past stuff out and just made it seem like, hey, she just hell bent on catching this dude, and now that she's spending time with him, now she's falling for him. Right. I would have believed that more than the whole, we spent a week together in Paris, and now you're saying you falling for me again.
Mm-hmm. And that would have been dope, because their previous, whatever you want to call it, aside, he's a thief. She works for top tier law enforcement. Mm-hmm. Her job is to take him down. Mm-hmm. So how awkward is it? How uncomfortable is it that your upper management, your leadership is saying, hey, I need you to go link with Cyrus and recruit him and his team so that y'all can work together. And it's like, you want me to work with the ops?
The only thing that pissed me off was, if you're doing all this chasing, but you could have just turned around and showed up at the nigga crib, like, that kind of irritated the shit out of me.
So Tamika's point, that's where the connection could have been made, where it's like, my job is to put you behind bars. My job is to put you under the jail for the shit that you're doing. But my boss wants me to work with you to help you do the shit that I'm trying to put you in jail for?
At no point did I feel like she hated him. Like at no point.
And that's where the hate could have came from. Like, I can't believe Interpol wants me to work with the likes of you to help you do some shit that I'm trying to put you in jail for. That's where the connection could have been made.
Especially if he dipped out on you after 1 week and you ain't heard from him since.
It felt like dry flirting. Hey, sexy.
Girl.
Huh?
I just thought about this. So, like, if you chasing this man the whole fucking time doing all these theatrics, but you in this nigga house, like, out the blue, like, hey, I'm here. Why the fuck did you just? What you waste all this manpower for? If you could have walked up on it. Yeah, I sit here and just thought about this shit. Like, wait a minute, this bitch was in this house waiting on fam. Like, she knocked on this door or something. What did she do? She was like, yo, it's me again. Like, wait, hold on, bro. Yeah, go ahead, bro. That's wild.
That was the plane from Soul Plane. I just want to point that out.
That just pissed me off, though. I just thought about that. You did all this dramatics.
Which one? The one that they customized?
The purple plane was the plane from Soul Plane, bro. Wait.
We gotta give context. You gotta give context. So the opening scene in the movie where they're bidding on the NFT, it was Cyrus, his homeboy that was a part of his team that we don't know until a little bit later on in the movie, and the rich guy that was sitting behind him with the glasses on. They were the only three ones bidding. So the guy who was competing with Cyrus the whole time was the one who owned the private jet. So once Interpol lands the deal and gets Cyrus to join forces with her, they was like, we need to go holler at bidder number XYZ, whatever number he was. They go link with him. He's already rich as hell. He balling out. So he was like, y'all want to use my jet, then this, that, and the third, XYZ, boom, boom, boom. And he messed around and started talking too much. And then that's when Abby was like, got your motherfucking ass. So check this out. This is what we're going to do. So since you done said some shit that you wasn't even supposed to say, we're going to need that jet, and then nothing you can do about it. So he was forced to be like, okay, well, here go to the Roku remote that operates the whole plane.
Not the
Roku
remote.
You mashed this button. You feel me? I got the Dallas Cowboy Jumbotron on the bottom if you just want to write random stuff on it, stripper poles.
What was the joke that he was making?
Just a random stripper pole out of nowhere. It's like, what?
Yes, Duke.
So the one thing I did like about this scene, was they knew people were gonna be on their ass about this goddamn plane. So he said it's stuff about this plane that's illegal and you probably couldn't put on other planes.
Yeah,
but
this
I'm
right here.
rich. Yeah,
That's right.
but I'm rich and it can happen. You know what I'm saying? They had a glass roof.
That's what the whole.
He was like, I got a glass
top
roof,
ain't
baby.
got no roof.
I got their T-top on the plane.
The only thing that was missing from this was Snoop Dogg. The only thing
He's scared of heights.
I mean, due to the fact the plane was smaller, but still, well, you know.
How you a pilot that's scared of heights, cuz?
As soon as I saw that plane, I was like, man, this is so plain.
The plane threw me off.
This is so blatant.
I'm still stuck on the Roku remote part.
It had to be because how was she controlling it and she didn't have like no digital like that? But that's what I'm saying. Like it had like cool concepts if they would have just like planned it out better. Like it could have been a better movie.
Oh well, I mean, it had potential to be better, but I mean, for one, it's Netflix.
That plane behind me, because they ain't the plane that they had. I don't know what plane that is.
That was the other plane. That was the other plane they was on.
Yeah,
the other plane they was on.
Netflix is like it's you don't have to have much quality, much storyline for Netflix now.
I won't say that now. I won't say because Netflix has had some good movies, man.
For Distraction, there's a whole bunch of good movies on Netflix. Hold on, don't get me wrong. But some of the ones who have all these movies, like,
but can we stop giving studios that excuse though?
But
it's Netflix, it's Tubi, it's whatever. Like,
it's not
can
an
we
excuse,
stop
but it's almost
that?
like these rappers. Like, when they're hungry and they have to pull you in, they have to put more effort out. So, like, okay, Mo, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, you see these rappers who like when Drake and them first came out, they was boom, fire. Now they be saying little stupid shit because they already know no matter what they do or sell, it's going to attract whatever they want. So no, it's not an excuse, but unfortunately, it's what they do with these movies. Boom. When they first came out with certain movies, all right, boom, you had to be super. But now it's like you can just put out some shit and you don't watch it. Yeah, Mo. You don't have to.
See, you started talking about music. That's where you fucked up. So here's the thing. When you think about the state of music right now, any genre,
right,
and you think about the music you grew up listening to, would you rather listen to the music you grew up listening to or the music that's available right now?
What I'm saying is though, why? You know why?
Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Okay. The music I listen to. Right. Go ahead.
The music you grew up listening to, or the music that's available now?
The music I grew up listening to. The music I
Okay. So check this out. The music, because we're practically all in the same age group.
Go ahead.
The music we grew up listening to, would you agree that the quality was higher 80s, 90s, earlier 2000s versus right now?
Yeah.
So here's the problem. These artists today, the Ice Spices of the world, who musically really aren't contributing anything.
Okay.
They're just here to entertain. It's not even so much about the content of the music.
Right.
If we had Za, if we had Exotic, if we had the most tropical strands of weed back in the day in terms of music, and today all of these artists are putting out today is dirt weed. If everybody's buying it, there's no reason for people to sell nothing but dirt weed.
I'll be saying the same shit. That's what I just said. It's the quality. I literally just said that.
But I'm saying
I literally just said the same shit you
just
said.
But we as consumers have to hold ourselves responsible to a point, because you can't blame the companies. You got to blame the people who's buying this shit.
But no, maybe because you got to blame the people that's buying it. But if the people buying it are still buying the shit, why the fuck would you blame them? If they can put out mediocre work and still get the same profit, this is a business. Why would they have to put in more effort in something that they can put in less effort and still?
That's why we got to keep our money in our pockets, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. So we saying the same thing. It's the same with the movies. Why I'm putting all this effort in these movies if they gonna watch the same bullshit on Tubi? It doesn't make sense. So the music is the same. So we're saying the same thing.
But that still shouldn't give them an excuse, though.
It doesn't give them an excuse, but they do it anyway. There's a whole lot of shit there's a whole lot of stuff people shouldn't do that don't give them the right to do it, but they do it. Why not? If it makes the same money, if I can make this movie for $150
million, but you know what it is?
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that statement that you're making helps them continue to do what they're doing.
No, it does. My statement doesn't make it. You think they give a shit about my statement? You think these billionaires don't give a fuck about my statement?
Here's the thing.
I'm thinking of the general masses. They don't be like, well, I can't think about it. They can give a flying fuck because they still doing it. They're still doing it. They've not slowed down. If anything, they got worse.
Let me simplify this for everybody so everybody can calm down a little bit. What Ken is basically saying, they on a yearly annual basis, they make millions upon millions of jars of blue cheese. Knowing that it's trash, but they know it's some crazy motherfuckers out there who gonna buy it.
That was the best way to describe it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out my tail. I'm gonna come on out now.
90% of the world don't eat this, but that 10% is special.
Okay, so peep game. So peep game.
Sorry about that, but I just had to.
My favorite rapper, the late great Pimp C, said, "Pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web." Let me tell you what I mean by that. Back in the day, before the internet, before social media, more specifically before streaming services, if you wanted to watch a movie, how you had to watch it?
You had to go to the video store and go behind the beads.
You had to go to Blockbuster. Or you had to, or
we wait on that side.
I worked at a video store.
Behind the beat.
So back in the day, if you wanted to see a movie, you had to make it a point to get your ass up and go to the movie theater to watch it. And unless you felt like that movie was worth your money, you kept your money in your pocket. Now, the way we getting pimped is, hey, we got Netflix, we got Hulu, we got Disney Plus, we got Peacock, we got Stars, all of these streaming services. Hey, give us $20 a month for the streaming service, but you can't control what they make you pay for. So if you pay a monthly subscription for a streaming service and all they give you is garbage.
Hence why you don't pay for Tubi.
And why in the hell would they stop?
They don't have a reason to.
That's my whole. Thank you. That's my whole point exactly.
I'll wait till Rashad get his point out. Then I say.
That's the whole point I was making. We said the same thing.
So this is what I'm saying is why what you're saying is problematic. So when somebody says, "Hey, we're gonna boycott this company because we don't like what they're doing," and then somebody comes along and says, "Well, they're just gonna do it anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it anyway." So what happens is people stop taking the boycott serious and they focus on, like, regardless of how much impact you think you don't have, you spend money. You have a platform. Regardless of how many people you think you're talking to somebody. And that person is going to talk to somebody else. And that person is going to talk to somebody else. And eventually, the one person that you thought you only touched, you done touched 37.
Oh.
So, yes, they're going to continue to do it, but unless you have a consumer, you can't do anything. Like, that's why a lot of businesses are going out of business right now. Like, especially like the medical businesses. Like, I don't know if you noticed, like Walgreens and all of them starting to shut down. Consumers aren't rocking with the medical industry.
They're losing their consumer base.
You know why Redbox just kind of
Go ahead, bro.
One over here. Well, I can't keep doing this shit. This shit hurt.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, that shit hurt. So it's problematic, right? That I'm saying it. But it's not problematic because yet still we do shows on fucking Killer Tires. So it's like if they putting it out there, what I'm saying is as a business standpoint.
Who did we tell you about shit?
What I'm saying is though, would I prefer to watch this shit? Y'all make it sound like I said I prefer to watch the garbage. No, what I'm saying is though, yes, they should change it, but if the market is here for this and they're still watching this shit and they know what they gives them no reason to change. Like we saying boycotting. We're not boycotting shit. For one, like you said, to touch to your point, Mo, if we had to actually get out, go to somewhere, watch a movie, spend time and effort to go see a movie, the quality still has to be there, right? But if we can wait for 2 weeks for it to be, if we can watch the shit at home without us having to go, so it's like it's the level of intent where we have to go do things. So now if like you said, stream, that's like 20. I don't know how many streaming services it is right now. So yes, they can afford to put some bullshit out there because
what's up, man?
Here, in no effort to go. That's what I'm saying. It's like that with music. You can watch Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. There's so many. So it's Amazon like Music. If people don't, if there's no effort, if you don't have to actually go out and buy a CD, to go to the store and go buy a CD with the day it comes out, or maybe get the bootleg. You don't have the quality. Don't have to be there because the market is easy. It's saturated. We don't have to just go ahead and just. We don't have to do it. So what I'm saying is though, yes, so it's problematic, but it's reality that we in. So my opinion is like, yeah, we're gonna keep getting bullshit movies with less quality work because they don't have to put in effort. Now, if you choose to put in some, now I'm not saying everybody does this because everybody don't do it because there's still people and still movie companies and studios that still care about the core values of making good shit because they have
flooded the engine before.
They still have people out here that still care about quality work. They still want to put out quality work. They want to still care about what they put out. There's people who don't give two shits because they don't have to. That's the way I like it. It ain't my opinion.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
yes, First Lady.
I like what Ken said because any mother dude who can talk with his hands the way he was just doing,
you can say what you got to say.
I kind of lost my train of thought, but I kind of got it back. So to kind of piggyback on Tubi, like Tubi didn't start out the way that it is now. It wasn't always trash movies, horrible movies. You know, it wasn't always like that. But it goes back to what Rashad was saying. People started watching Tubi, and then they started talking. They all started telling Mo go tell Rashad tell Ken tell Duke, then Duke go and post it on Instagram. Now all of his followers like, oh, let me go see this movie. That's the reason why Tubi took off the way that it did, because if you was watching Tubi way before these black filmmakers started dumping their movies on Tubi, it wasn't nothing but independent films. That was it. Right. It was very rare that you saw anything that was very bad on Tubi at the time. But like it's because of word of mouth, because because black people found the loophole. They was like, shoot, I could put my stuff on Tubi and get paid. Man, sign me up.
But that's also like how there's a reason why we couldn't find these movies before. Like, there's a reason why you couldn't find these movies before.
Right.
They've been around for a long time.
Right. And it's harder to get your stuff on Amazon, Netflix, and all these paid streaming services. Can't get mad at black people for finding the loophole. And of course, Tubi took off because of word of mouth. Hey girl, I just seen this movie about this doll that dodged bullets.
Niggas was recording movies on the iPhone 3 and it was like, hey.
But
go ahead and upload that.
They're getting paid because people are watching their movies, and Tubi they get paid off ad revenue. What does Tubi show during your movies? Ads. So so when we say things like, oh, it's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix for a reason. because Netflix paid to put that. I mean, Netflix is paying that person to play their movie, or if it's on Tubi, guarantee you it's some black filmmaker or even a filmmaker. Period. It's like, hey, I'm gonna put this joint on Tubi and get paid. I don't care how much it is.
You know what? Perfect analogy. When T.I. was talking about how the beef ended up forming between him and Shawty Lo when Shawty Lo was still here. And he talked about how Shawty Lo was the big homie. And T.I., who was the young up and comer who was hungry, said the universal thing that black people say when they're trying to get on. Hey, fuck with me. So I feel like that's the energy behind people who give their movies to the platform. Tubi, I'm talking about. It's like, hey, I don't have a name for myself. I don't have a $1 million movie company. I just recorded this jump with a JVC handheld camcorder, but I'm trying to get to the next level. Fuck with me.
So Dre makes a good question. Has a good question. Is that what we want, black film creators?
It is what we want.
Yes, but we could also want more from what we put out. Like, yes, we get our foot in the door with what we're doing, but it's like when I started doing photography, bro, like I go back and look at like my first stuff that I did, and I'm like, oh, okay. Right. Like, hey, it's all right. But like I looked at, I worked on what I was doing, and I actually took time and I perfected, my craft. I studied it. Like I actually cared about what I was putting out, knowing that whatever content that I put on any social media, like that's why certain times, like I won't add my logo or anything to a photo that I did that I don't agree with, that I think looks good. Because you give certain people photos and they just put them on the internet. I'm like, hey,
you gotta make sure you get the money shot. Make sure you get the money shot.
Hey, dude, come here real quick. Hey.
Ninja bomb.
But no, like in all seriousness though, like that's like, yes, we want a plethora of black film creators. Like I think, like, I don't know how many more people like talk about wanting more black sci-fi. Like we don't have enough black different genres. That's why Jordan Peele is so important to film right now. He's putting out film.
He's reinventing the horror genre.
It's different. Like honestly, bro, like what's up?
I think it's also too. I think it's one of those things where like people didn't think that black people like certain type of things.
Right.
So that's
why
you
black
don't
superhero movie do $1.3 billion.
Yeah, and then you don't see certain things. So now you got all kind of stuff out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you like sci-fi. You like, well, black people like sci-fi. Well, I'm pretty sure somebody working on one right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, brother, we're good at everything.
Right.
We're good at every damn thing.
That's
like, if you just look at just in the past like 6-7 years when it comes to the horror genre, like black creators have like go real, like what's the angry black girl and her monster, like that thing, like if you really want, that's some creepy stuff, like that
Frankenstein monster in the hood.
Yeah,
good movie.
Like, you know what I'm saying, like, and it wasn't like it just started like that. Like we had Tales from the Hood, like, you know what I'm saying, like we had Leprechaun in the Hood, but it's like, can we get a let me finish. But we're getting away from it has to be in the hood to where you, like, we watched what was the movie I'm a Virgo, like that's a black sci-fi movie. It's about a giant, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm saying is we don't have to accept everything that comes out from these studios. Yeah, we could watch it, we could talk about it, but we don't have to accept it. Like I don't have to say like, oh yeah, I mean he did all right, like it's all right, you know what I'm saying? Like No, I could actually critique it in a way that it shows that when I first, like I said, when I first started doing somebody, hey man, check my workout. What do you think? What do you think about this? Like, all right, well, you can, tone down on doing this, make sure you adjust your life, like stuff like that. But it's like we got to do that same thing when it comes to film. Like, yeah, we don't have to bash everything because some things are terrible. I'm sorry, some things are terrible. It's going, we're gonna make fun of it or whatever. But we also are critiquing in the way that we see it. So it's like when you have something like a movie like Lift, and I mean, it's okay to say, yeah, I like Kevin Hart's character. It's cool. Like, I can't change your opinion for that. That's your
right,
opinion.
that's my perspective.
That's your perspective of it.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I'm looking at it differently. Like, yo, like, yeah, like, I've seen Kevin Hart do stuff where it's like, it's not the short man funny joke,
right?
Or if it is, it's creative. Like Duke was talking about his stand up with where he was in the bank with Taraji P. Henson. He was robbing the bank, and like that was funny. Like because it felt so natural.
It was organic,
right?
But it's like when you do this movie, you're playing this straight guy. Okay, cool, that's fine. Like, but then you throw in this love interest. So it's like what happens with a lot of movies is like with writers, they just try to dump things on there. Like they put this whole pre-existing relationship that nobody knows about. So you have to watch that movie first before you jump into this movie. And it's like you don't have that. So it's like
Rashad, you just said something, brother. You know what? He looks uncomfortable.
Facts.
He looked uncomfortable in the movie. You can tell he's trying.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he'll get better at one point. But he's trying to go outside his element, and he just really looks uncomfortable because in the movie, it was just his character. To me, like he was trying too hard.
Correct.
Like he was trying to look like you could see. I feel like he was forcing it.
Right. Like for me, if he had been like he was in The Upside, where
perfect example.
The comedic timing was perfect in that movie, but it still was a serious role for him. So like if he had pulled from that character and put it into this character, I probably would have believed him a little bit more as a action hero.
Right. You know who are two funny comedians and they don't try hard to be funny? Kev on Stage and Tony Baker. They are naturally funny.
I love both of them.
It's not something that you have to like. It's like
Tony Baker the GOAT.
Huh?
Facts.
Tony Baker the GOAT. Tony Baker's probably the GOAT. Like for the most. Yeah.
It's natural. It's natural funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like missing. Like I don't know if you saw the Outlaw Johnny Black. If you get a chance to go see, is Michael Jai White, but Tony Baker's in there, and he's one of my favorite characters because he's just being Tony Baker.
Yeah, he's just being Tony Baker.
He's really just being Tony Baker.
The man freestyles his comedy shows. I mean,
but that's what I mean. Like it's like Kevin Hart has a natural funny to him that he doesn't use. He tries to be funny, but he's a funny, natural, funny guy. Like when he's telling his stories, you relate to him because you're like, man, you know what? I kind of got a situation like that. And it's like that part is funny. But when he tries to do like the whole, oh, I'm funny, I'm the funny man, like it doesn't work. Like I'm tired of seeing you do the short joke with The Rock. It's not funny anymore. I'm sorry. Is you small, he big, okay, got you, whatever. Like he even tried to do the same thing with Ice Cube. Like if you look at Ride Along, he plays the same character that he plays with but The Rock also plays the same character. So it's like you don't have somebody like he tried to like Kevin Hart took on a role that made him try to think outside of the box and he got back into the box. Like he just tried to be this guy that was in this box that okay, this is my character, this is what I'm gonna be. Like add who you are to it.
Get comfortable with the character, like own it, make it your own. But then what if the director is saying, Kev, I actually don't need you to be funny right now. I just need you to be silent. Kevin Hart
has no money to tell him to shut up. I'm just gonna be honest.
And you know what? And to your point, yes, he does, because when Cat Williams talked about his very first movie role in Friday After Next, and he said, "Look, Money Mike doesn't have to be raped for this movie to be funny. This is his first movie. He has no connections. He has no pull." But the director was like, "You know what? maybe you're right, and it paid off.
Right. Even like when Chadwick was doing the Black Panther movie, they wanted him to speak in a regular accent, like regular tone. Like he's like, nah, bro, we speaking African over here, brother.
Like we from the motherland around this motherfucker.
Nah, we speaking with an accent over here. I don't know
what y'all do that here.
Yeah, we do not do that here. But that's what I mean when I say like you have the opportunity to make. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't want to hate movies. I love movies, but also I have to be objective when it comes to movies because I know where I want to do with movies. I know what I want to do with film. And it's like I want somebody to objectively look at my stuff and tell me, hey man, look, you can get better at this. This is what you need to change. Like this could be better. So it's like when I say I don't like something, or I say like something about it I don't like, it's me looking at it objectively. Like I love going to the movie sometimes and just being able to watch it. Like I told you, Last Action Hero is one of my favorite movies, but it is the dumbest thing you could put on TV. I'm just saying, but it's one of my favorite movies because it just flows like it is stupid, but that's what the 90s movies used to be. Like 90s and early 2000 movies, they just used to flow, but now it's like everybody's trying to be something. Like Dre, to your point, Ryan Reynolds is naturally funny, but he naturally pisses me off because he has that tone. Like Ryan Reynolds is Wade Wilson for real in real life. Like he pisses me off. Like I kid you not.
Yeah, like that's him.
Certain things he does, I'm like, bro, I want to punch you, but like I'm laughing, but I want to punch you in your face.
But see, Kevin couldn't do that. Kevin couldn't do that. He gets the backlash.
He can though, bro. Like,
but they say that, but
he's done it in certain things.
He has, but he always get the other day. But there's always gonna be like he goofy or like.
That's
I mean,
right. But they're not. They try not to offend people anymore. That's what a lot of it is. You try not to offend people anymore. You have to be so cautious of what you say in film, in television, in music. Well, not so music. Not music.
Music they don't care.
They still put nothing. Like, God,
not at all.
You said that? Oh my goodness.
But it's like you got to walk on eggshells now because the world has gotten so sensitive to where it might have been one road you had to worry about not going down and be like, bet everything else is fair game. But it's like now you get to this 9-way intersection and it's like, yo, like I got to be careful the way I go down any of these. Because if I go down this way, I'm pissing off this demographic. If I go this way, I'm offending this demographic. If I go this way, I'm going to be criticized and ridiculed by this demographic. It's like it's too much to avoid now.
Right. I think if you took the love interest part out of this movie and you had Kevin Hart be Martin from Blue Street,
I think he would have. I think it would have messed the movie up. I think my perspective. I think it would have messed the movie up.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what purpose does the love interest serve in this movie?
No. I agree with the love interest because I don't understand the point of Hart. I get the love interest part. I totally agree with you on that. But I'm talking about his part. Like if it would have started being too much of this Kevin Hart comedy thing, it would have been the same narrative of it all because he was being goofy or he was doing this.
But
but then it would have been the same thing as everything else when he does this. Like even if it's a serious role and he throws this. Let me hold on. I'm gonna think of a movie that he was in that was like kind of serious, but he kept throwing little comedy jabs, and it was like, oh, I didn't like
Upside.
People didn't like that because they were saying, well, he had some comedy in it. I'm trying to think of some shit. Was it?
What about the movie? What was it? Fatherhood or something?
Fatherhood.
Did he have some comedy in that one?
I mean, it wasn't completely comedy, but he threw in some jokes. Like he threw in jokes.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he has to be full on comedic. I'm saying
he got to be Kevin Hart. I needed more comedy from him in this movie. Not from the team, from him.
I get it. Man, he has some. I guess they just went on people like it didn't hit because when old girl was like, they really love you. Like, well, when is it not to love? I guess But I guess when it's
See how dry that was?
I just don't know.
What is there not
I
to
get what
love?
you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it was still like a little
Martin
bit of
Blue Street
comedy.
was hilarious.
Yeah,
That's just that's just like
Blue Street.
that's just like when he was laying out the blueprint for the whole mission, and then he went full on. Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. I need to do this shit by myself because lives can be lost. That's the level of severity of this mission, and I don't want none of y'all to not make it back after this. I'm doing this shit by myself. It's too much risk. Magnus, being the goofball, jumps up and was like, too much risk? Nigga, I love risk. Are you serious?
But see, that's to that point exactly. That's what I thought was like, okay, he was like the comedy aspect of the movie, I guess, because the dude he was high the whole movie. Like Magnus was high the whole.
But it shouldn't be a side character.
He was high on coffee.
But he was high.
It shouldn't be a side character. Because there's ways to do it. Like you have ways of being that character. Like I said, Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop, even Martin and Will in
Bad Boys. Yep.
Like, yes, it's serious. It's a lot of people are dying, but they are naturally funny together.
Remember that time I went to New York? Remember? And
that's a whole level movie.
I ran this and I had the fish.
But like that's what I mean. Like when I say like the whole movie wasn't a comedy, but like those jabs make you like come out of that serious tone.
And that's where he needed to draw his inspiration from for this movie. Like put in those and put in those little jabs, you know what I'm saying? The little jokes, you know what I'm saying? So that we have something to laugh at. Like I spend more time laughing at Magnus than I did at Kevin Hart.
I do think Kevin Hart is better at stand-up than he is movies. I think he can get better at being in movies, but I think he's better at stand. I mean, like even in stand-up, could be better.
Yeah. That's where he's more comfortable.
Right.
But you can still be that person.
Absolutely.
Like it can be a serious role, but still have Mike Epps in All About the Benjamins. Like
that's one of my favorite Mike Epps roles too.
Like, but it's just one of those things of like, yeah, you can be the action guy, but be funny. Like Eddie Murphy was action but funny. Like until he started doing Pluto Nash, stuff like that. Pluto Nash, God, that movie, thank God, Jesus Christ.
Haunted Mansion.
What up, Chase?
Jesus.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not
saying the movie wasn't good, Ken. It was good. I just
no. I know the movie. I'm talking about Kevin Hart's part, right?
Kevin Hart didn't do it for me.
He, wasn't the greatest. I just kind of think he just, to my perspective, because I look at it different. Like, did he annoy me? You know what I'm saying? Did he annoy me? He didn't.
You know what? You know what, Ken? I got you, Ken.
I actually thought that he was like, you know what?
I got you. So
you know what I'm saying? He didn't.
So Cyrus in this movie, I get it. You're doing.
Change his name to something else when you say it.
You are conducting multi-million-dollar business.
I mean, yeah.
You're the boss. You're the leader of the crew. You're the head of the snake. So
took away from the film.
To an extent,
we're not saying be goofy all the time.
Right, no, but it's a serious situation. It's like how much if you about to rob a plane for $1 million, like how nigga don't give me no jokes. Like how
perfect. Give me the goofy motherfucker. Wait, hold it right there. So you remember Beverly Hills Cop? What is it? 3, I guess.
Something that was like all of them 20 years ago. when they're at the chop shop, the police chief gets hit. Right? He's about to die. And he looks at Eddie and he's like, hey man, you taking a coffee break? Like, it's not supposed to be funny, but you like, brother, you dying, brother. Like, what you doing? And then like when they're at the funeral, Eddie, he's like, you know, his last words were about you. He was like, no, they weren't. I know they weren't. And he tells her what he says. And it's like that, like you can have a serious moment, but have relief from it. But it has to be put in right. Like it has to be punched up right.
if I'm Kevin Hart in this movie, now during the missions, during the actual heists, no, there's no funny business at all. We're here to do a job. We're here to get this money. We're here to get these hundreds of millions of dollars so we can split it up and go home rich. Now, in the drawing up the plan leading up to the heist, I'm going to give you that comedic jab here and there because I don't want you clamming up. I don't want you nervous. I want you to be a reflection of who I am as a leader. Yes, it's serious, but at the same time, I don't want it to be so serious that you just tense to the point where you just, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Ken, let me ask you a question. Now, first of all, Ken, let me just say this. I don't disagree with your opinion in the way you feel about this movie and Kevin Hart's character at all. You have an opinion. I have an opinion. We all have an opinion. Whether the chat or anybody who watches this on the replay agrees or disagrees with our opinion, they're our opinion. You know what I'm saying? I respect your opinion and how you feel about Kevin Hart's character. But okay, I'm gonna say it like this, and then we're gonna get back to actually talking about the movie. If you Ken were a movie director and you were putting together a cast for a movie of this caliber, and you casted me as the main character, how would you feel if one of the executive producers or one of your writers sat across from me at the table and said, Mo, we don't need you to be funny in this movie at all? Would you look at Mo and be like, you know what? That's not Mo. Mo gonna do something. He gonna say something. Because that's who he is. That's a part of his natural personality.
But that's the thing. He don't want. Like I get that. Like I get he could have had like his little jokes that he did say. But I don't think that was the whole. I think it was a comedy. I didn't know it was labeled as a comedy for one. For two, it's like
I didn't either.
Bro, I didn't know it was labeled as a comedy. So that kind of, as you said, at that point, I kind of feel like, okay, if it's a comedy and you're the comedian.
All me and Rashad are saying essentially is even if the director says, hey, Kev, we don't need you to be funny. We need you to be Cyrus. We need you to be the boss. We need you to be the head of the snake, the brains of the operation. There are still places where he can put little sprinkles of funny and it still wouldn't have taken away from his character. Or it still wouldn't have watered down.
I think like Mika said, it was just dry. Like he had some little areas where he was trying to throw a little something. It was just
so whereas dry, give it the splash.
But it was kind of like, but it was almost like, all right, it didn't hit, but still, like he was still like, if we this is the business, this is what we do. This is what we do. You got the funny character, you got the serious character, you got the cop or whatever. You got the one dude who dresses in different characters or whatever. What was it even point in the movie? What was even the point of him in the movie?
The one you talking about, the one with the cane?
Yeah, what was his point in the movie?
He was the distraction.
He's a master of disguise, allegedly.
That was
the same.
That was the issue. That was the issue. What I was saying when it came
that would be you.
When it Ken just changed his face.
I would have been Magnus. Rashad would have been Cyrus. You would have been the nigga with the cane.
I'm like, what? I don't know to take them because of his character, because he's the older guy. I really don't understand how about to take them.
Both
I just felt like if he was going to do this and he does just want to be taken seriously as an action actor, I feel like he should have just went straight for the gusto. Just be serious. Like don't try to throw no jabs in it. Don't try to do no nothing. Just be serious. Because what happens is,
on that part.
But that's my point. So like somebody watch some like kid you
it's
not
like Die Hard. It's kind of like Die Hard.
Cool.
Bruce Willis is not funny.
He's not.
But I give it.
He has
but he threw in some shit at you. But like, hey, that dude was wild. I think that was what he was trying to. I don't know. Die Hard,
that's what he was trying to do. But
I get it. But
it didn't land.
I think it's because he was trying to dumb it down enough to where it would be too much of the
No, he was trying to be the Vin
Too much
Diesel.
of the comedian. You know what I'm
In
saying?
this
Like,
movie. He was definitely trying to be the Vin Diesel in this
Vin
movie.
Diesel moments. I was like,
he's like, so are you really gonna do that? Shut up. That was me most of the time watching the movie.
So peep game. So now we're at the point. Okay, bet. We're gonna work with Interpol. We're gonna do this heist. We're gonna take Buddy's plane. We're gonna put an outer box on it. Buddy got to learn how to crack the safe in 10 minutes or less. We got you need this, you need that, you need blah blah blah.
you put an outer box on it.
Had to put an outer box on the whole private plane, cause like they had to put an outer box on the whole joint and had to work out the whole this how close the plane got to be for the signal. Blah blah blah. Me and Abby gonna sit in first class. You know what? Abby was mid the whole movie until she got on that plane, and I was like, "Hey, brother, hey, look, let me tell you something." I was like, "Okay, Abby." I was like, "Hey,
Vin Weasel is wild." You gotta chill. Wow. You
gotta chill. But I love how committed she was to committing this crime to the point where she was even faking getting her cheeks clapped while this man was trying to rebuild the thing that she broke.
That was stupid.
But you got the fire marshals on the plane watching your every move. So it's like,
you know what that made me think of? You ever seen Black Knight with Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
And the girl was hey, Lord, my Lord.
No. Okay.
You don't stop.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I did not I ain't believe that she I did not truly believe that she wanted to be in on this heist. Like it was just like I got it. He told her like he's like you gonna have to be down, but like nothing. Her character didn't make me believe like like especially when they got on the plane. Like okay, I'll help. No, I don't believe you. I don't even think you want to help. I think you just
it was too much.
She did it because her job made her do it.
No, I'm talking about when she was actually on the plane, and then they found out that Luke didn't get on the plane, and then she was like, "I'll do it." I was like, I didn't believe her in that moment that she was really down to help.
Like you didn't she didn't really grab that situation by the balls and be like, you know what? Give me the ball. I'm gonna be open. I'm hitting the shot.
She really didn't want to. She was like,
I'm gonna tell you like this. Let's be honest about this. She was trash at her job. She sucked. Like she sucked at her job. First of all, you let him get away in the beginning
in a boat.
In a boat,
just to be able to walk in fam's house. That's
you knew where he was going.
You could have arrested him right then and there. Hey, we got you, bro. We got you. We finna arrest you for this Van Gogh.
You know where you are.
I would have cussed her ass out. Like you made her do all this police work, and you could have just knocked on this nigga's door.
Like,
he probably told her where he was.
That had to be the most trash.
Remember?
That had to be the most trash club late at night interaction I've ever seen between two people. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, you just saw me swimming in the pool. Yeah, that's my pool. Like
look, and then before she left, he was like, "Oh, you babysitting that drink? Let me get that."
Yeah, he did.
Facts.
That's how you came here for.
Facts.
Let me get that.
Facts. Snakes would have definitely made this movie better.
Shut up, Drake. Shut up.
Because Kevin Hart yelling, "I'm tired of these snakes." On this purple plane.
It looks familiar, doesn't it?
These baby ass guns.
Bro, they had a purple plane with a flat screen TV on the bottom. Like this, like, what are we doing?
That was dope.
That wasn't even a stripper pole. It was like a New York subway pole.
I don't know. It was two of them. They both came out of the. I was like, that's kind of dangerous, don't you think? The stripper pole just shoots up. Like, can you imagine?
And he actually used it because when Buddy had them at gunpoint on the plane,
yeah,
he was like, you know what, stripper pole, and then she started swinging the plane like this to get the outer box off of it.
I'm just saying, man. Like
when they was giving out little jobs and assignments, did anybody understand what the hell they was talking about until it happened?
Yeah.
Because remember the part where he was like, "Well, how about we just all get a piece of it?" And you like, "What? Get it? How you gonna get a piece of it?" And then he started pulling out hair dryers and shit, and I was like,
They gave
Right,
that man,
because
they gave that man.
the box that they had to build to get the signal from the original plane, the box was too big for them to.
She said it looked like a bomb.
Right. So then they was like, well, we need to break it down into pieces, have everybody take a piece of it onto the plane. Once all the pieces is on the plane, we reassemble it.
Inside of decoys.
Inside of the bathroom, and then they hit some turbulence and it fell and it broke. And then
why they gave that man? Never mind.
Yeah. Like I said,
why they gave Magnus that?
That scene in the
he picked it.
No, they literally put it right in front of him. He was like, shit, all right, let's do this.
Don't nobody else want it. Glizzy. But that's part of what made Magnus who he is. Like he was
right.
Not they could have added my
that's part of the reason why he was one of the standout characters, because he's like, okay, Glizzy, hey, I mean, if this is going to contribute to the end result being what we wanted to be, then goddamn it, give me the Glizzy.
Dre, go to timeout, bro.
The chat is wilding tonight.
Just go to timeout.
This man is unhinged.
This man said the pitch for this movie happened over dinner with the wife while Kevin Hart was trying to go to the bathroom. Hey, babe. Hey, what you think about
You know what?
No, I did the movie in a while.
We gonna steal $3 billion worth of gold.
First of all, and then they stole it. This is the thing. At the end of the movie, they keep the gold, brother. Then you just
everybody realized that in regular scene, Kevin Hart was nipple high to this lady, and then kissing scenes, he looking down on her as they kiss.
First of all, I hated everything.
Soul Plane.
I hated every single.
They put him on a box. They put Kevin Hart on the box.
Outtakes to Soul Plane, because
Katie
Albert had this man by like a foot and a half. He was standing on a platform to be eye level with Katie Albert and Soul Plane. Same thing in this movie. They put this man on 6 phone books and was like, yeah.
Because he's 5'2" and she's 5'7".
That's crazy.
Get somebody
5'1". I did not realize Kevin Hart was 5'2".
He's 5'2".
He is a small man.
That's crazy.
But if I'm the pilot of that plane, you know how uncomfortable it's gonna make me if you say, look, we're gonna take a detour. We need you to land this plane on this small ass landing strip in the mountains, but we know that you can do it based on your skill set. If an average airport one runway for the landing strip is 1,000 feet, that little strip in the mountains had to have been like 200, and the turbulence was crazy, and it was icy.
Kevin Hart was trying to be Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a short actor, so I understand. He was trying to be Tom Cruise in this, and he just kind of like.
Don't do my man like it. Don't do Tom like it.
Tom is short, bro.
I know. Don't do my man. Don't do it. Don't listen. Tom is a gangster, bro.
Tom is a short man.
Tom be doing shit for no reason.
I don't know. He does all his acts.
He does all his stuff.
I don't want to jump off this cliff.
Mika.
Somebody put the parachute. I'm gonna jump off the cliff.
Mika, I don't know what to tell you, but that's short.
You were 500.
He'd have been tall enough to kiss the love interest and live. Just saying.
500 million. You want Tom Cruise want to jump off? You know, I'm gonna jump off the cliff. Put the parachute on my back.
Tom Cruise actually jumps off of stuff. It's wild.
You worth 500 million. I don't care. Give me the parachute. I'm gonna do it. What?
That man knows.
He said I do my own stuff.
That man knows nothing.
Nothing.
Tom said YOLO.
He said I'm gonna meet Space Jesus somewhere. I'm just jump out.
This man chased Jamie Foxx in Collateral at full speed with a straight face and didn't breathe out of his mouth once.
Yo, he really be running that long, that fast.
Didn't breathe out of his mouth once.
Bro,
like, brother,
the man ran a full
from?
mile. The man ran a
That man was T1000 in Collateral.
Did you not see when he ran in Mission Impossible in the desert?
He ran a mile full speed. training video, the man ran a mile full speed. I said, "What the hell is happening here? Like, you make too much money for that shit.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You make too much money. Hey,
Cocaine is a
get
hell
him
of a
in here.
drug.
Get him in here. Get him. Get him
So,
in here.
so we're talking about how Kevin Hart's character in this movie had way more potential than what he gave us, and that's fine. But when he was tussling, but when he was tussling with old boy in the fight scene,
not believable.
You
definitely you should have had your stunt double do that one.
You holding on to that thing.
There should have been I'm going to get you sucker stunt double doing the fighting for Kevin Hart, because hey,
can you imagine if it was Tom Cruise? They just subbed in Tom Cruise to do the
Tom Cruise with a Tropic Thunder afro. Like, yeah.
Man, listen.
Not that Kev ain't strong, because I mean sometimes it's hard to fight short people because they got such a low center of gravity. But it's like
I checked out during that fight.
Shut up.
I ain't gonna lie, I checked out during that fight. Like, that was the first part of the movie where I was like, you know what, I can't.
He really giving my man a run for his money.
Like, and this was the thing. Like, so it said that Kevin Hart was a master thief. What did we see him steal?
A person.
He had a team to do that.
It was his plan, though.
Okay,
just think Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Right.
You got your mastermind, and then he had a squad.
Get the whole squad.
He didn't have to do anything.
They really don't do nothing. The masterminds really don't do nothing.
He don't steal nothing.
They called him the master thief, not mastermind.
Well, master.
That's
what they meant. They meant mastermind, not master thief.
Because like if he would have been like Giancarlo Esposito's character in Kaleidoscope, which is probably one of the worst things to do to a movie that they ever did, like, or a series. Yeah, I'm gonna have you watch a different episode. You watch a different episode. You watch a different episode.
He might have been like a big time thief, and then decided that, you know what, I don't want to do this by myself anymore, so I'm just gonna get me a team.
Could have been.
And be the puppet master.
Could have been. It's just like I said, I just wish we would have spent more time with the characters, and especially like characters like how did Magnus become the way that he is? Like, he just, like, if they just showed him at a night where he was his own drugs or something, I was like, brother, he is high off his butt.
I think it would have been dope if they would have gave us like when they were introducing the characters, you know, when they was like, it's like
they put the
Magnus,
names up there.
the safe cracker, like they would have did like a flashback scene to where he was like
that
cracking a safe, dope. You know,
right.
Like or Misoon being the hacker, like showing like.
Wait, didn't they do that though? Didn't they show him? Did they go like?
They did a brief introduction, but there was no.
It was during the heist. That's when they showed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was already in the middle of the heist. It was like, hey, this is the hacker, and she's like, boat's gonna go up.
Yeah, pretty much.
If they had like did it like to where it kind of like
that movie, Dre.
If they did like a flashback of them like doing their thing, like she stole like $1 million in college or something like that. Now everybody's student loans is paid off, you know, like something like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, something quick, just give some kind of character background. Don't just say, "Hey, he's a master thief. Hey, he's a safe
master
cracker.
of disguise."
Hey, he's a master of disguise, and you see him with the same face every time. You're like,
oh yeah.
He just snatched off his fake mustache.
Brother, you look the same. You look the same. I don't know what to tell you.
And this man gonna get on the plane with an oxygen tank. Like, yeah, I'm a senior citizen out here. I can't breathe.
Vincent D'Onofrio has one of those faces that you can't mistake for anybody else.
For nobody else.
So it's just like, if he didn't change up like his actual face, like, nah, bro, I know that's you. Vincent, I know that's you, brother. Take that wig off. Take that wig off.
Talk the same and everything.
Just because you put peroxide in your hair don't mean I don't know what you.
So they complete the heist. They complete the heist, and old girl is pressing Buddy who the gold belongs to, and is like, "Hey, how long is it gonna be for that gold to get here?" Cuz he was like, "Yeah, they'll be here within an hour. Don't even trip." And then
she's like, "Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it."
And then it was like, "Hey, we literally got to park this plane in this man's front yard."
She said, "Forget about it, cuz we're gonna clear out your whole bank account, all your bank accounts."
You know how I know this movie was trying to be Mission Impossible? They went and got Buddy from the first movie. He played a bad guy, and he was the worst bad guy ever. He just made a phone call. Yeah, I'm about to let me call.
As you can see, I don't like repeating myself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just make a phone call. That's how I'm gonna show you how bad I am. That's it. I'm gonna just make phone calls.
Who wrote this?
F. Gary Gray.
No, he directed it.
Kevin Hart.
Nope. Daniel Kunka.
Yeah, he sounds like he writes some crazy stuff. Whoever that is.
And then old girl, after she had the tussle with old Buddy in the cockpit, and Kev went to go take control of the plane, she had to teach him how to land the plane.
My wrist.
Like, my wrist.
My wrist.
But she forgot that her wrist was broken at one point because she was just walking regular. Like, when your wrist broken?
My wrist is broken. You're gonna have to fly the plane.
So
she forgot. She forgot about it.
Accent was broken too.
Yeah,
her accent was all over the place.
And then they pulled a Denzel and flew the plane upside down and put the and tweeted on the bottom of the plane. Hey, it's hostages on here.
You got Twitter. Don't shoot.
Not they tweeted.
That Magnus's real name is Billy Magnuson.
The actor's name is Billy Magnuson.
That was one of the roughest landings I've ever seen.
I mean, I thought
everybody on that plane should have died. That plane should have landed in that man's front door.
So
everybody should be dead.
Here's the one thing about that plane landing that I didn't think was realistic, because as much bumping and sliding that took place from the beginning of the driveway all the way up to the mansion, somebody should have been unconscious, but yet the girl with the broke wrist was in enough of her right mind to say the tail end of this plane is about to swing towards the building, so I need to cut the afterburners on forward to slow it down so it don't crash into the building.
With her strong hand.
With her strong hand.
You remember how mad you were, man, in the Jurassic Park?
Bro, listen, don't bring up Jurassic World. Please don't ever bring up Jurassic World.
Oh, bro, he was so mad about the plane crash. How
they
did
crashed? They crashed into a frozen lake.
How did they not die?
Then got doggone what's his name? Didn't even get hypothermia.
And they dry.
He got out the water dry.
Dry, cuz with jeans on.
Right.
That's crazy. With Buddy Lee dungarees on.
In a vest. Where did you get that vest from? I was like, well, how is
it? Her strong hand.
Buddy Lee dungarees and North Face.
Everybody survived.
That is wild.
Everybody survived the plane crash.
So everybody survived the plane crash. The gold falls out. Buddy, what's his name? We haven't talked about him none. What is
talking
his
about?
name?
The police officer? The dude?
Yeah. What is his name?
His old cricket self.
Brother.
Huxley.
I don't know his name.
Huxley.
So how much?
He's like, hey, shoot the plane down. Like what?
He was like, yeah, take him down. Well, I don't care. Yeah. But they was like, but Abby might be on board. I don't give a damn. Shoot it down too.
Sam Worthington.
Take her out.
Shoot that thing on down, cuz. Shoot it down.
So that much weight of gold did survive the plane crash, but Kevin Hart, who weighs about 107 pounds. I was just, you right.
Shut up.
Because the gold was all over the place. The gold didn't survive at all. The gold was all over the place. But these ones walked out the plane like they were here.
But that wasn't the real gold.
That's what. But
the real gold was at the bottom of the lake.
But it still was heavier than them niggas.
So when the owner of the gold up the stick on old girl who was pressing him about the gold in the first place, he dropped her off, and then Kev was like, "Hey, play the surveillance video on the bottom of the plane where we be tweeting that."
He shot old girl fast.
He was sick.
Shot her in the leg first, then head tap.
Then shot her in the head. I was like,
then head tap.
The double tap.
When she threatened him about the money the first time, I already knew she was gone. We're gonna take all your money. He was like, "Oh yeah."
He was like, "Yo, oh yeah." If he get the ups on you later on in the movie, you out of there.
Yeah,
right.
I do it.
Like I agree, kid.
Ever.
Like when she started talking, she's like, we know about all your bank accounts.
He just looked at her like
Sweden, the Cayman Islands. We gonna clean you out, bro. We gonna clean you out.
He did it so
that gold don't show up.
I'm gonna let you see the money.
We running your pockets.
I was like, "Oh, you did." Ooh,
that's why they needed Tom Cruise, man.
He's like, "I'm gonna let you see the money. This could have been yours." Bam! Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. That was cold blood. Like, you see, I told you it was coming. Bam!
Head tapper.
He's like, "Oh, my knee, my knee."
Yeah, this happened. This is about to happen.
But this was the stupid part about that. He shot her, but wouldn't shoot them, and got on the phone and called the police or somebody. Who he called? He called
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I guess so. But I was like, bro, who are you calling?
I think he was gonna make it similar that they shot her.
But where did he? Can I ask a question? I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question. How did they videotape this? Like what? Like what?
What are the cameras?
Because they took the cameras off of the NFT mask and put them on the plane.
They put it on the plane.
But all of the plates didn't fly off when she was getting the Otterbox off. So it was one still left on the plane that recorded him.
It was in the right place at the right time.
It was in the right place.
That's what I was asking.
At the right time.
That's what I was asking.
The way that the plane crashed, it just happened to be perfect. So when he head tapped old girl and then called the police to come get them off of his property,
that's how I was asking.
Kev was like, reverse.
How you told on yourself?
He's like, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Y'all came to get me, but y'all really finna get him.
Having NFL highlights, he still should have went to jail.
Facts, they still should have been arrested.
But when you got the police working with you.
But they said though that if they get the gold, they expunge it or everything. So I guess dude was like, "Hey, y'all did what y'all supposed to do."
But Ken,
after they found out it was fake,
they didn't know. They didn't. I mean, they probably will. Then after they figured out it was, but they was probably long gone before they realized.
Their records is still intact. they not free. They not free.
Yeah. So all that getting expunged stuff that's gone.
Also, what you saying is a sequel?
When you got that much gold,
shut up.
No. It's funny that Duke mentioned that.
Shut your mouth.
No. I Gary F. Gray said that he's trying to make a franchise out of these movies.
So here,
I told you.
So
Fast and the Furious.
So here's the thing. So the only character development there is in this movie is for Abby, because she talks about how her mother was the principal at the school that she went to. There were issues with the school. Some bullshit happened where somebody bought the school and turned it into some bullshit. So in that whole last scene, after they complete the heist and Kev is driving to meet up with the rest of the gang on some Fast and Furious shit, he was like, "Hey, I'm about to take a fraction of this gold. I bought your school back, and this, that, the third, woo, woo, woo." And then he pulls up on everybody else and was like, "Hey," and was pretty much giving her the breakdown of all the steps that went into the heist being successful. Boom, I'm gonna give you remote control so you can mash the button so that you can see that we still got the gold. It's right there in the water because Magnus dropped it off and he replaced it with some fake shit.
Gold
and then gold is heavy as fuck. So she decides, you know what? I'm just gonna drop Interpol altogether. Y'all niggas just hit this lick for all this gold. Y'all get money. I'm with y'all now.
Welcome to the franchise.
Fake money. You're going to jail. None of your records are expunged. They have all your facial facial recognitions. They know where you stay at.
Because they was even saying in the beginning, why is Cyrus not wearing a mask? The nigga just sitting there.
Right.
Broad daylight.
Oh yeah, this movie was written back in 2021,
and it's been on the shelf ever since.
That explains the NFT.
And you said COVID. It's been on the shelf since COVID.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to come out last. It was supposed to come out last August, but it was postponed due to the strike. But the script it went into production in 2021.
You know what's funny about it?
When they start shooting it,
it's a January movie.
When they start shooting it.
They started shooting in from February to May 2022 in Italy and Northern Ireland. Oh, so they wrote the script in 2021 during COVID.
But you didn't take out the NFT part?
That kind of explains Kevin's Hart. So, okay, quick question. If that movie was shot right now, do you think Kevin Hart would do a better job at it? In 2 years of development? Like, doing his growth in 2 years. Do you think now he would have done a better job than he would have 2 years ago?
No,
because he's done a lot of growth for 2 years. What you mean, had a whole year?
He had a whole year to prepare for the role.
Right, because they started writing in March 2021. They didn't start filming until a year late, almost a year later.
Yeah, he had enough time to
study
in 2021.
Yeah,
in 2021
to develop.
He also could have tweaked. They could have also tweaked it.
They should have tweaked it.
Right. 2021, I'm saying. So 2021 is when he had the year to develop, right? The character.
Correct. They shot.
So the writer.
So now, I'm saying if it was wrote now, if he had 2024 had a year to develop, y'all don't think it would be no better? Y'all don't think he would?
No, it was supposed to come out in 2023, but it was held back because of the strike. So it would have came out a year later.
No, I'm saying it's the same. What I'm saying is if the same movie was right now, and if he had the same movie and the same, he had another year to develop, do you think he would be better as character? Would his character be better if he had right now to develop it from now to say a year from now?
No,
you think it will still be the same character, the same Kevin Hart?
Yeah,
I think we would have still got this Kevin Hart.
Because there's nothing that he's done that would have shown me that he can do differently.
I mean, like, because he already did the Upside and Fatherhood before this movie was even written. Right. So probably about the same time this movie was written, and they actually started filming it too. He had already did those two movies. So what we're seeing right now is like it's almost as if he's trying to create a different person for us to like, and it's like we don't like this. Like we would rather see you. If you're going to do something serious, and still be comedic about it, do what you did in Fatherhood. Do what you did in the Upside.
Don't do what you did in Ride Along. Yeah, okay. I just feel like he can. I mean, if he wants to continue to keep doing these movies, he has the collateral to do so. I just feel like he needs to get other people involved that are in the genre that he's looking to be in. Like he should get Tom Cruise involved. He should get actors like
Vin Diesel.
No. Oh,
Lyft, do Lyft, and
if you're gonna do the role, do it right. You need
Fast and Furious with that.
Do a Lyft and Fast and Furious movie.
With the car jumping off a mountain and Kevin swoop down into the plane. I got you. And then they go down, and then the plane go under a tunnel, and then come up, and then when it come out the tunnel, it's explosion for no reason.
You gotta stop.
I like it, dude.
You gotta stop because they're gonna really do this.
Imagine Tez in Fast and Furious 13 be like, "Hey, I never introduced y'all to my little cousin.
Why are we at 13?
I never introduced y'all to my little cousin,
Cyrus.
And Cyrus walk up with his hands in his pockets. What's up, everybody?
Why are we at 13?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Jesus.
This is gonna be.
He's like, yeah.
But real quick, while
I heard y'all were trying to steal something.
This is
real quick while it's on my mind. Another example of a situation where Kevin Hart was naturally funny when he did when he got invited to the Pivot podcast. And Channing was talking about how him and his wife do the annual swingers party, and Kev was like, "Wait, time out." so exactly what are you doing in this situation? Like,
I know he's really funny.
Like that was hilarious.
Him
to
and
me.
Don Cheeto need to do a movie together. Because I kid you not.
Add him to the list movies.
Do not add Don Cheeto to.
But
let's go. Let's go for Ocean's 11 while we at it.
Oh my god.
Kevin Hart on the Pivot podcast was hilarious because Channing was dead serious. Like me and my wife, we do this whole nudist swinger thing once a year, and Kev, his curiosity was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like this is the Channing y'all deal with every single podcast. Yeah. And this man is talking about being naked with his wife in a room full of people. And he pulled the what is going on? His curiosity was hilarious, and he wasn't even trying to be funny.
Yeah, yeah. I think Kevin Hart has a natural ability to be funny. He just tries too hard, and that's when it's like, come on, bro.
That was hilarious.
You ain't gotta do it. I got said, like he was talking about Shaq. No, not saying that.
Hell, Kev had his own podcast for a while that he stopped doing. What was
where he was bringing people
cold as balls?
Yeah.
That, and it was another one. It was like Heartbeat Radio or something like that.
Yeah, where he brought people on and talked to them.
But I liked Cold as Balls.
Yeah, I mean it was fun.
They still doing
when he, who was that? Then their boyfriend had came out. Dang, who was that had brought him on? He had brought him on, and their boyfriend had came out. The Holla at Kev. I forgot who it was, but yeah, I think he
was doing some dope interviews, bro.
Yeah, I think if he really wants to do this acting thing, he wants to be like looked at as a like a real action actor,
like trying to add range.
Correct. I
to
feel
his
like
personality.
He needs to get around people that actually do it well. Jim Carrey, Eddie Murphy,
whatever genre he's trying to get into, he needs to pull on the coattails of the people who are the big dogs in that genre.
Vin Diesel.
Shut up.
It's not. When Kev want to do a movie about family, then that's when he need to call Vin Diesel.
That's this movie.
No, it's not.
This movie's about family.
The
family just didn't have enough character.
No, you know why it's not about family. You know what we don't know about the people in I will not leave The Rock alone. You know, we do not know about the people in the Fast and the Furious movie. What ethnicity is this family? Are they Italian? Are they Hispanic? Or are they black? Because that little baby done changed.
The world may never know.
That little baby done changed ethnicities a lot of times. So I don't even know who he is
anymore. And since we're talking about character development, the one who needed the most, or the one who had the least character development, was Tez. And I spoke about this. I had this conversation with some of my coworkers because we was talking about the Cat Williams interview on Club Shay Shay, where he talked about how him and Ludacris got the Illuminati invite at the same time. And they said, one of you are going to cut your hair. One of you are going to get rid of the sideburns, and we're going to pay you $100 million to do 10 movies. Cat said, well, it ain't going to be me. So what happened? Ludacris goes from Too Fast, Too Furious, big old giant fro, the word of mouth chicken and beer sideburns, being the everyday average street hustler, organizing street races, getting money, to now he comes back with the short fro, no sideburns, and his character takes a complete 180 from being hustler, street race organizer, I'm out here getting bread, to now I got this this degree in DeVry.
From ITT Tech.
I'm now the most computer savvy person on this cast. Like the Fast franchise doesn't give us context on that transition from him being the street nigga to the leader of the Geek Squad.
Mm-hmm.
As far as character development is concerned, they don't show that transition. But Tez had the biggest transition. But everybody else's character was
because Roman.
But Roman is more true to his character from movie to movie.
He's a goofball now.
Then we get from Tez and Too Fast, Too Furious to coming back with the short fade after the Illuminati meeting with Cat Williams to being a completely different person. And that's the first thing I thought about when Cat Williams mentioned the Illuminati meeting in the Club Shay Shay interview. And I was like, you know what? Tez did a complete 180, and there's no context on why the change was made in the movies.
Yeah.
So he can't be lying.
I mean, makes sense.
Dre, go sit in the corner with a chair with no back on it.
God damn.
That is still one of the most insane punishments ever. Like, bro, you ever tried to sit in the chair with no back? But it's the most
at a bar.
Because you ain't never like thought about not being able to lean back into something, like not being able to touch something.
In the comfort of my own home, no, not at all.
That's full on. That's abuse.
Go sit on the bucket. Go sit on
That's
the bucket
abuse.
with the rings on the bottom. Go sit on the bucket.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I think like if this does have like a part 2 to it, I hope there's some writers that can help punch this up, like just more so with character development and like if we're gonna have all these different characters, let's have some kind of development to them. Like if depending on how Kevin Hart wants to approach the character, like leave that love interest thing alone because that's stupid. Y'all, we don't believe it. Y'all is about as far as love interest as y'all in the picture. Like y'all that too far apart. But it's just like you don't really believe like that part of it, and it makes other things in it brings other things into question. So like, I mean, if they're gonna do a part 2, I hope that they take heed to a lot of stuff because this is sitting at a 29% on Rotten Tomato right now.
Oh yeah, people been talking bad about it.
Yeah,
I've seen one tweet like, you know what? It gave me the best 40-minute nap I ever had in my
life.
life.
I heard it. I saw that one.
Okay, I ain't gonna, okay. I thought okay, I did go to sleep during this movie. I had to rewind it. Sorry.
I need to. I know.
I just checked out. I started playing Monopoly Go.
I was tired, though. I was tired. All I remember is I was watching the movie and I woke up and I was like, "Oh dang, I'm like 45 minutes in." Yeah. Rewind.
Yeah.
Mika, First Lady, I need you to do me a favor for this upcoming production that you got going on this summer. I need you to be like, look, as long as you let me wear my popcorn in your beard merch in these scenes,
hey,
I got you.
Hey,
just you see this hoodie I got on? Just let me keep this hoodie on. I won't mention popcorn. I won't try to plug it. Just let me wear this hoodie.
It's gonna be summertime. We're gonna be filming.
You better get you a t-shirt.
Right.
You're right.
Ken was here in all black with Tim's on. You gonna be okay.
You know what? We don't talk about that.
The bottoms was melting.
I haven't even decided what. I haven't decided what my character.
Ken was so upset with the weather, but that
Can I be in it?
Huh?
Can I be in it?
It's not my movie.
You know, Duke always advocating for why they ain't fat people in movies. Black cat.
It was 97 degrees outside. Ken was in full black.
I told you, them
Tim's
butters
at a
turned to
funeral.
margarine, cuz. Yeah, margarine. that boy wasn't even, he couldn't be happy to see us. He was just there. He was happy, but he
was like, wait, you niggas live here? I got questions. Why the fuck is your weather like this?
Like, oh man.
And it was a cool day too. It was
That's
like
why I had on a hoodie. I was like,
yeah, it was breezy. It was cloudy. Kid was in that thing. That boy
but like he always likes to let us know, when you coming from a place that is at 1 degree, but for them that was a stretch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what we giving this movie?
So, despite the backlash and the negativity that this movie has been getting on social media, I don't think it was that bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I give it a solid. What was the last movie we reviewed? Anchorman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put up my rating for it. That's what I'm going with.
You give it a 1.5. I give it a. Because we talk about how much improvement that we want to see, if there's going to be more of this moving forward.
Franchise.
I mean, to give the birth of this franchise, I mean, I feel like a 2 is not a bad place to start.
Okay,
I give it a 2 because I did fucks with it, but there's room for improvement. So I give it a solid 2. That's not even a bad 2. That's like a good 2. So that's like that's a glass half full 2.
So Mo sitting at a 2 out of 5 popcorns.
Now, if it was a glass half empty 2, that'd be a whole nother story. But it's a glass half full 2.
Oh shoot. My bad.
King gave it a 4. Luke, what you gave?
Ken might give it a 5.
No, Ken gave it a 4.
Ken definitely gave it a 4. He gave it 4 mics in the source.
What you sitting at, dude?
Well, I'll give it a 3. If we put somebody else in front of Kevin Hart, I like Kevin. I just
3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. I like action movies though. That's my type of movie. Like
giving it a 3 out of 5. All right.
Because they put an out of box on the whole airplane.
Mika, where you at?
With a hair dryer and a dildo, cuz.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Say what now? Don't never mind. Don't say it again. Don't say it again. Don't worry about it. So Mika sitting at a 2.5.
Dude, what'd you say, bro?
No, he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing.
He said
nothing. He ain't say
2.5.
Oh, okay.
So Mika sitting at a 2.5. So I mean, that's not bad. Like we all kind of in the same like kind of range area, like 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. So I just feel like
Kevin could have gave us more.
If they developed on certain parts more, I would be around like Mika's 2.5. Like I said, like some of the stuff was stupid. Like the whole boat chase scene was stupid. The plane part was stupid. I did like the actual characters themselves, though. I wish I would have had more from them. I didn't feel like
because everybody had their own skill set.
Right. I didn't feel like it needed all the spectacle of like the plane and the boat, and like that was a lot. If they would have focused on like a smaller heist, like and just made you be able to spend time with those characters a little more, like in a more close. Like I think like what happens is, especially with movies like this where there's a heist involved, like they spent a lot more time focusing on going places versus like the development of stuff. So like if you are in a bank, like I guess I think Inside Man is like one of the greatest movies made, and I feel like the claustrophobia of it being like that close to where it's in the bank, like you can't, it's not outside the bank, it's not nowhere else, it's not this place, it's that place, it's inside of the bank. The only time you really go out of it is when Denzel goes home and they go to like the bank owner. Most of that movie is shot inside of the bank, and it's claustrophobic, it's close. So it's like you get to interact with those characters. When it's spread out, like you kind of get lost in the mix of things. So I just feel like if it was close, like I would be more inclined to give it a higher rating. Inside Man was definitely a great movie. And I don't even know the gentleman's name that played the actual like the big bank robber, but it just really made you focus on different characters, and I feel like this movie didn't have that. Like you didn't care about the villain dude because he was just a generic villain dude. You didn't care about the love story because there was no development of the love story. Like you love the cast, the characters, because they all had like a personality. You just wish you would have stuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you wish you would have like been able to like spend more time with them. And I feel like that's just what this movie missed. It just didn't have that where they felt like a family at some point, and then they felt like individuals. Like it wasn't always that close knit. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but that Fast and the Furious thing where they all feel like an actual collective, a family.
They became a family when they was like, nah, we in. We here to help you. When he was like, nah. He's like, nah, I'm gonna do it myself. And it's like, nah, we here to help you. I'd be like,
yeah, I would have been out. I got my millions. So, like if
They'd
y'all
be like,
clear,
hey,
if y'all clear it up, I'm good.
Did anybody see Mika get on the plane?
Yeah, nah, she gone. She said she in Hawaii.
She's still in the terminal.
I didn't have a side job. I literally I'm still in my car.
I couldn't even do it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still in my car.
Yeah, like you didn't really have to go. You already had your millions. You don't have to go on this ice. Like that's what I mean when I felt like it felt like they were just doing it because the movie said to do it, not because you felt like they really were that close of a crew to do that.
Correct.
Like it just because the script said to do it, that's why they did it. It wasn't because, hey man, we really been down for a long time. Like we really gone through some things like ups and downs. Like, nah, bro, I got my millions.
Because to Rashad's point, if that was the case, him backing out at the last minute should have hurt.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't.
Right.
That
it just felt like it was a part of the movie.
Hurt. I mean, it didn't have to be his character specifically, but it should have been if any one of those characters would have clammed up and backed out at the last minute.
Right.
And be like, you know what? I said I was all in, but I can't do it. That shit is supposed to hurt.
You would have been like, dang, really, bro?
Like we really needed you for what you bring to this group. It was supposed to hurt, but it didn't.
That's why how I knew
it was too easy for Kev. It was too easy for Cyrus to regroup and say, okay.
Yeah, after when Luke was like, I ain't get on the plane.
We're gonna call this audible, and then all is good.
Right.
Like it was just too. It was that, and that's how I knew. I was like, yeah, that was part of the plan. Luke wasn't supposed to get on the plane. He had no. He was never part of. It was never part of the plan for him to get on the plane. Because like to what Mo was saying, like Kev should have been hurt. He should have been like it was just too quick. He was too quick to be like, hey, all right, so what's the plan now?
Yeah. It just the movie had the movie, the plot had the plot, the characters had the character. It just felt like it was because it was written that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a funny thing, like, but if you felt it. So when Brandon T. Jackson and Bow Wow was on the roof, and like he was like, I'm broke, Kev. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke. Like you felt that. Like you felt like it was because it was like, I mean, it's not the greatest acting in the world, but you felt it because you really spent time with them together and you felt like they had a really close friendship. So it's like when that happened, like you felt the disdain at that point. And it's like you didn't feel that in this movie. It's like Mika was saying, like that should have took time. Because now you're affecting not only our friendship, you're affecting the plan.
You're affecting the overall outcome of this mission.
So it's like that should have been something that they focused on. Like, dang, bro, like, and everybody in the crew should have had something to say about it. And then that's when Kev could have been like, you know what? He gonna take care of him. We got to take care of this. Like, and like that's what's missing. It was like that leadership part of it just it wasn't there.
Yep.
But that's the writing. That's the writing. That's the direction. And it also falls on the actors as well.
Shout out to the 10 people who stuck around. We've been on this motherfucker for 2 hours. Normally we be down to like 3-4. So shout out to the chat for really taking the time to listen to how we really feel about this movie, man. We love
facts. But I also feel like this is like, and it's crazy to say, it's like one of the first movies like we actually discussed for like a purpose. Like we didn't go scene by scene. Like we actually discussed like integral parts of the movie. Like people said how they felt about things, and like I think like that's what like kept us going, because it wasn't a time of slow down. Like it wasn't a time of like, you know, people were being too quiet on something like that. But it just felt like we were actually engaged in the movie and the conversation. You still here if you want
to. And Christy, I said that earlier. I felt like Kev had the opportunity to really get comfortable with this role. He didn't. He just stuck to what was written down, and it worked against him.
And that's why I say he needs like, if he really wants to continue with this, he needs to partner with somebody who does this well.
Vin Diesel.
Especially if he's going. I really hate you. I hate you.
Dre, shout out to Dre, man. And like I messaged Dre, I messaged Blue, I messaged Mika, because they had a dope ass show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Last night, and I made sure I let them know that, man. Shout out to y'all.
That was definitely a dope discussion.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Because that really doesn't get talked about, is the reason behind why, you know. So no, that was definitely an amazing time. Is that Jesus?
Somebody answer the damn phone.
we know it ain't me.
Doing the podcast.
Shut your ass up.
But yeah,
my ringtone is Tony Baker. If you must know,
in the chat, if you are not subscribed to the Blurred as Fuck Experience or to the Dre Max Show, make sure y'all subscribe up to that shit. ASAP.
Blues House Live as well.
Those are our brother podcasts.
Go to our partner pages is on there. I did put their pages on the no, one of y'all mom. But no, like if you do go to our page, and go down to, where is it at?
I can't see no more.
But you take off the things that help you see. That's wild.
I got you, dude. I got you, bro.
It only magnifies the screen, but it's not.
But if you go to
my old people glasses.
If you go to our page, and you go to our channel, I believe you go to, where is it? I don't know. It's on there. Go look for it.
And just type in the Dre Max Show. He's in the chat.
Yep. Subscribe to the Dre Max Show.
You scroll all the way down
to the Blurred AF Experience. Subscribe to Blues House Live.
You scroll all the way. You scroll all the way down. Now you got to scroll.
Our people.
You know, you go down to our people, and you will see them right there.
They over there doing dope things, man.
They are over there doing dope things, having
dope conversations.
Duke is also doing dope things too.
If you go over
subscribe to the Vault, Duke and C. Hayes.
The Vault with Duke and C. Hayes.
They doing big things over there too. I can't wait to be a judge again.
Rashad got a solo YouTube channel. King Mo got a solo YouTube channel. Mika finna have a solo YouTube channel.
No, she not.
Coming soon, doing the whole horror thing, man. Just tapping to every goddamn thing.
Yes, you are.
Dre, where's my music?
If you go over to the Popcorn and Beard podcast page, you know what you can do? You can go over to the Square Shop, get you some merch, right? You can do that. Merch. We have 510 subscribers, by the way. Shout out to y'all. You know what? We started this and we didn't think we would get here. So shout out to y'all for getting us here, because we is at 510 subscribers. So thank you
510 of them
very, very much. But if you go right here, you click on that site, you get you some merch.
Send me my music, Dre.
You can see all of our different things over here. Our videos are looking very lovely. Mika's look at Mika. And and you keep scrolling down, you find stuff, you find King Mo's Corner over here. I'm gonna start doing my thing with the comic stuff, but you can check out the past lives, the playlist that we have over here, trailer reactions, because we still do those. The shorts are what we get into, but if you scroll down, you see our people. You see our people, and if you click on them pages, you're gonna get some nice content. But you gotta scroll down. You gotta go like, share, subscribe. We gotta get I gotta find C Hayes and the vault with C Hayes and Duke and put that on there as well. But we're gonna be doing we do some stuff around here, and we have some beautiful people around us that are doing dope stuff as well. So we appreciate y'all for always coming through. Cause you know what I'm saying, you could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here, and we appreciate you. So yeah,
I just showed you how to get to it, Chrissy. Come on now.
Chrissy, go to the YouTube page and scroll all the way down. That's all you got to do. Scroll all the way to the bottom. But once again, I want to thank everybody that's on this podcast. I mean, Duke took a leap of faith, like, to be honest, because he didn't know where this was gonna go. He took a leap of faith, him and Ken.
Oh yeah, I definitely out of my application.
Like, he tells me all the time, and I can't get mad at him for it, because he's actually come a long way. Like, with, you know, I mean, I saw it happening when we were discussing the House of the Dragon, like, but I mean, like it was me and you was like going back and forth, like, bro, you see what happened, brother? Like, so to have that, and then to turn around and have Mo and Mika come through just to fill in on stuff and just flow into being family. It's really telling of what you do and the people around you and how that grows. Because y'all don't have to be here, but y'all choose to be here. Y'all choose to show up. Mika wasn't gonna show up for the Anchorman episode because she hated the movie so bad, and I had to beg and plead on my knees like a temptation
in the rain.
That movie's still dumb.
But it's simply because the podcast doesn't flow without everybody being around. Everybody has their own, you know, their own thing. Oh yeah, House of Dragon is coming back next month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And Chrissy, it's the same with me. I never watched a split second of Game of Thrones. So for me, House of the Dragon was my introduction.
Mm-hmm.
So watching it and remembering how wild people moved back in the medieval times with incest and sleeping with their own family members and doing all that kind of crazy shit, I was like, hey man, that's wild.
Yeah, no, it's really truly a family here, and that's
even
why
them dragons have emotions, bro. Old girl wouldn't commit suicide and was like, hey, Dracarys, and the dragon was like, really, bro? You really want me to do this? And she was like, hey, brother, hey, Dracarys right here. All right, fine.
Well, JJ, we appreciate you. And we love you for stopping through. We love you for being on the show. I can't wait. I can't wait for
the second season to drop
because she gotta flame everybody.
Ooh,
she gotta get her lick back. That's the
only way it's gonna go. Hey, brother, Black Air Force energy.
That's the only way it's gonna go. She gotta be Black Air Force energy through the whole show. It scares you. Maybe. But yeah, we this weekend, Mika is hosting a game night, Family Feud style. We are going against another podcast. So they come in here, but it's neutral playground. We got to get Ken up on the Googles. We got to make sure he got his Googles ready. Why he can't use it then? Why he can't use it?
Turn the Google fingers. You feel me?
We are playing against the Jack of all talks podcast. That's what we're going against.
Okay.
Or that's who y'all going against, because I'm not playing. And I haven't decided yet if y'all gonna get Steve or Stephanie yet.
I prefer Stephanie. Steve wasn't cute.
I already bought a ball cap, so y'all getting Steve.
That's crazy. You gonna be Tilda Swinton?
Who?
Tilda Swinton from
I know.
Yeah.
From the movie. She already got my mustache and everything.
She definitely played an Asian man. That's crazy. Like Disney be wild.
Now I might do Stephanie.
Thank you.
In a nun costume.
Oh, okay.
That sounds kind of wild. Sound like something you walk in on you see on TV late night with the little fuzzies.
So this has been another episode of Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I have been your host,
Channel 77.
You act like she ain't never watched BET Uncut.
I ain't never watched BET Uncut.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Mika was back there singing. What's that one song? Dang, what's the song?
See, you don't even know.
I ain't got no song.
I don't know that song. Don't know that song. I've never watched Uncut.
Really?
You
don't know what you was missing.
I think
that was the birth of Tubi movies right there. Boy, the videos was terrible.
Okay, only reason why I know of the song "Tip Drill" is because Nelly released an album with the dirty remixes of his songs. They call it I forgot what it's called. Yeah, it's called a dirty DURTTY remix. The dirty remix. Yeah. I ain't never watched BET Uncut.
That thing. Hey, white night, about 3 in the morning. Girl.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's the reason why I never seen BET Uncut is because I was stationed in Germany when it first aired.
They weren't playing that over there.
They were showing other things in Germany.
They weren't playing that over there. Like,
what part of Germany?
I was in Hanau.
Heinz, turn it off.
You've been to Hanau many times.
Yeah, they were showing other things on German TV. Things that they can get away with over there in Europe.
Girls with hairy armpits.
No, you think BET Uncut was wild? Go if you was back in 2000.
Yes, the video.
That was a wild video.
In Germany, hey.
What was
we got the uncut version?
The end of Chingy video right there. That video got wild at the end. Like what is this?
But yeah, nudity in Europe is regular.
Yeah, they embrace it.
It's to the point where,
especially after midnight.
It's to the point where if you go into a store that sells like adult videos and you act immature, they're not going to card you. But if you go in there and you act immature and you laughing and giggling at everything, they'll just kick you out.
Yep,
that's crazy.
But if you go in there and you act like a mature adult, you can buy whatever you want. They'll take your money. And they'll let you go on about your business. But as soon as you look at cheeks, no, you gotta go.
We'll go to Amsterdam. They got
been to Amsterdam too.
They got the ladies that dance in the windows.
Oh, that's at the red light district in Germany.
Yep.
Oh, really?
That's stupid.
But that's a whole other episode.
Yeah, like we have to talk about that. Like
that's a whole other episode.
That's an after.
Mika, I never knew you spent time in Germany. Y'all
keep that.
Me and you got to talk.
Yeah,
2 years.
I'll keep that. But we will see y'all this weekend for game night. Make sure you show up.
Shut up, Dre.
Brother.
Stupid.
Well, Dre on that stuff.
That man is
What,
wild,
you
bro.
know what?
He is a wild individual.
I thought Magnus was on one.
Nah, Dre is the Black Magnus. He's the Black Magnus. This has been another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. Thank you all for showing up and showing out and rocking with us until the end. I've been your host Rashad along with the crew.
Hey man, it's your boy Duke, your favorite fat person.
Go to bed. You already know who it is, Mika G, the first lady.
Yeah, last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka Moneybag Mo. Bring your ass back on Saturday.
On Saturday.
That'd be fine.
Saturday. Make sure
Saturday.
you follow the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast on all available social media platforms. Make sure you follow all of us individually on our respective social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, Instagrams, Twitters, TikToks, the whole 9 yards.
Facts.
Just tap into everything we got going on, along with our brother and sister podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap into what they got going on too, because no matter where you go, whether it's Popcorn in Your Beard, Blurred AF, the Dre Mac Show, Blues House, The Vault, you gonna get everything you need.
Everything.
Facts.
Yeah, damn.
And make sure you brush your tongue.
Especially if you eat blue cheese.
Push the goddamn button.
Before
To cut everybody off. Like now.
What's going on?
That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a show.
She aged like cheese. Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.